is now our domain.
All right, wait, and okay, cool. It is.
I don't have my pro account still.
Cool.
Like, I'll be honest with Roll20, still I don't have a pro account. I'm very close to just buying like Fantasy Grounds and then just trying to learn it.
Valid.
It's like garbage.
So just to confirm, last session we did get hired by Lupe to go and get the Blood Chalice back. We don't know exactly.
Yeah,
where
speaking.
it
By the
is.
way, okay, so I need the NPCs' names because I have them written down somewhere. I don't know.
I got you.
We have. I actually
Okay.
also
Both of them.
Lupe is the doctor in the Blood Chalice settlement. London the Shadow is the invisible tree guy. Xeris is the guard we first met with the Children of the Blood Chalice.
Give me 1 second.
London of the Shadows.
Expand my table.
Yeah, London the Shadow, invisible tree guy.
And then there are those two people that we never heard their name, but never heard their name.
Lupe, the doc. No, Lupe is the doctor.
Lupe is the doctor in the
That's a drow, and mind you, they're also not
specifically.
drow.
It wasn't.
Yeah, I was like, it was a doctor.
She's a drow.
She's a drow. She is not part of them. That's the other thing.
Yeah, she's the dog. Yeah, that's why I put doctor in Blood Chalice settlement. Very brief descriptions.
Not Blood Chalice's doctor.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
Yeah, doctor in Blood Chalice settlement. Yeah. London the Shadow is the invisible tree guy that I stabbed and earned their respect for some reason.
Heck yeah, brother.
Really weird way to earn someone's respect. I hope once he's sane, he'll be a chill dude, and maybe he'll come to the settlement. Because who
knows?
If I don't have to pay someone to be a phantom,
who is the front runner?
Xeris was the guard we met when we initially talked to them.
Xeris?
Oh, yes, you got that name? I didn't.
Yes. Yeah.
What? Xeris the what?
It's just Xeris. We never got his title.
Oh, you didn't get Xeris' title. Perfect.
Yeah.
Whatever happens, you can be whatever you want.
The only person I would speak to from the moment they all started talking was London. Because I was like, okay, we have rapport. I don't want to try to do that with anyone else because I know you're as insane as I am.
Yeah. Oh, and then you see the normal. This is another thing too, Brandon. I don't know if you would have seen it. The normal citizens.
Oh
like
yeah,
people
we did.
They act completely normal. Like they are absolutely completely normal.
Except all of them react to things.
Yeah.
You'll talk to one of them and all of them will react to you.
Yeah, like if someone drops something
they
or like gets
hurt,
hurt.
so
they'll
all say, "Hey, you're welcome" at the same time, and it's like, "Whoa, that's weird." But also like it's
like
it's
the bee colony.
Yeah, it's also a little bit of they play along as if though everyone who's in character, quote unquote, is like a heroic vigilante. It's like they think of everyone as actually Batman. They don't think Bruce Wayne, they think Batman.
Like,
but it's Clark Kent syndrome for sure.
Yeah, it's London
where
the Shadow.
They're all like they all know that they're just putting on glasses, but they're just it's like, oh wow, it's a different person basically.
Everyone's along. All right, and I believe we rested for the night, and now it's
you guys took a long rest. Frank got another piece for Blobby.
Whatever happened to me?
You ended up just coming to town, so we didn't do really much else beyond that with you. I just wanted to make sure that your character didn't die.
What is up with this weird? Has anyone else noticed this, by the way? Like, Roll20 started doing this thing where like it just kind of like there's the background color is different.
Let's see if I can do this. Hold
on. Rested before the end of the last session, right?
We were doing a short rest. Actually, that was the other thing. We were going to do a short rest, but the short rest was also going to be, I believe, in the hot springs. And you told us to mention that we were going to be doing the hot springs and taking care of this session.
Yeah, we're all at the hot springs right now. That's right.
It's not. I know we didn't take a full rest, but am I able to inventory?
Inventory?
I meant like change my spells.
No, only on a long rest.
I thought druids could though. Oh, that's
nope. That's only warlock. Only warlock gets spells on short rest.
Yeah, baby.
Warlock and wizard actually, and sometimes sorcerer.
Yeah. So, group is going to the hot springs. But mind you, we were gonna put because the thing was, you said we were gonna regain sanity from going to these hot springs, but we were like, okay, we'll add a sanity now, and you're like, no. Wait until next session, and you specified that to us because it was important, and I'm scared.
That sounds about right.
Full sanity already, so I've got some resource to burn.
Let's
go.
I don't.
Yeah, I have full sanity because I got all of it back when I broke.
True, you did. You did also spend like a while making sure to get your sanity back. You're like, I'm spending the time.
Yeah. I was insane.
What? No.
There are 5 bodies in the room. There are 5 bodies in the room. There are 5 bodies in the room.
See, this is gonna happen, and then after this one, Paradox is gonna slowly just start also hearing. Oh, that's beautiful. I don't know. I don't know what you're doing, Daniel.
I
but
love
I'm
that.
seeing,
That's so sick, actually.
I don't know what you're doing, Daniel, but I'm seeing it on my end, and I can see it like the slight changes, and I'm like, it is chef's kiss.
I don't know what I'm doing either. I like it.
Oh my goodness.
Um.
Oh, are you messing with the new VTT because they updated everything?
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm just seeing a bunch of the maps.
Actually, yeah. If we like, that is such a good set piece, though. That
What?
castle.
Oh, which one? This one?
Yeah, that one.
That's
such
my
a
favorite.
cool
That's my
set
favorite
piece.
one.
It's so
This
good.
is
Yeah,
what I
this is
used
the
for Last Wall
Bastion.
Bastion.
Yeah, this is the
That's
Bastion.
Last Wall Bastion.
That's such a good set piece.
Yeah,
Oh.
this is Last Wall Bastion. So, and I can like depending on which map I click on, you can see the background kind of changes.
Yeah.
So
That's so sick.
I want to do this kind of splash screen thing more.
I
But
like
the
it.
sad
Yeah.
thing is
I
I
don't-
can't do it as much anymore because I don't have the memory.
Yeah.
Like,
Big rip.
Honestly, if you need to delete like the main pictures of our characters, that's fine as long as we have a token.
dude, no. I am so over. It's not even funny. Like there's
Okay.
not a single world in which I'd be able to recoup. Like
You're like,
I
this is
have to-
why I'm looking at the other one, because also
Like,
there's not enough
here's
memory
another-
space.
Here's another really nice one.
That's
Oh.
so sick
that was really
looking!
Honestly, if we stuck with this one, like I would fill in the session right now.
Here's
Like if we stuck
another
with it like that,
another nice little one.
that's pretty good.
I'm gonna forever think of that one picture you just showed us, not this one, but the other one. That's just gonna be what I think of now when I think of the
Yeah.
obelisks.
Yeah, honestly,
Even though
that's
we
like-
never saw a picture of it before ever, that's now the picture for the obelisks in my mind.
Which one?
The one that was like had the pagoda, not pagoda.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I made the Sleepwalker spear too. That's right.
Oh yeah, we also made some new weapons and stuff.
Yup, we
Yeah.
did. That's right.
Did everybody get one or no?
No.
No, but the forge has been purchased for basically the
Yeah,
day,
the forge
so
has
if
been
you wanted
purchased
to-
for the day, but
Yeah.
it takes so much money.
Yeah,
It takes a lot of money to make stuff in the
It
Blacklands,
takes
yes.
a lot of money.
Well, it doesn't take a lot of money. It takes a lot of chitin.
True. Yeah, true.
Which is
But what
it's a different like resource, yes.
Yeah,
It takes
Well,
so much. Though.
I just realized we should probably make like a crossbow or a short bow if we can.
How much would that cost, though? I mean, because also that's
I
not a
don't
forge thing,
know.
is that?
But if
I need
if
to
it is
adjust
like
the
a,
page to be a little bit different sized.
I think if we're making like a chitin bow, I'm assuming it would be at that same forge thing.
Would it? Because also,
Chitin,
can you
yes,
use
okay.
chitin for a bow? Really? Because it's a whole bow thing is being able to be like flexible.
No, you absolutely can, and the
Really?
reason you can is because a chitin weapon isn't entirely composed just of chitin.
Oh,
Usually, I have different
true.
woods and different things like that. So for the stiffer components on it, you can absolutely use it.
Ah, valid. So like for the handle and things like that, but for like the actual parts
It-
that
it-
bend,
yeah.
okay.
Like basically chitin is almost a proxy for like bronze.
Also, Brayden, was your bow the one that you we makeshift? It was
It's
supposed
broken. It's like holding
okay.
on by
No,
a
it
thread.
still works currently, but it's like we were agreeing.
Two
like,
shots away.
2 shots, yeah. Was it made out of just parts from the?
We found it
place?
on the ground.
No,
I made a
No,
makeshift.
you literally made a makeshift bow. Like
So
you
it's
actually
okay.
crafted it.
No, because I was wondering. I was like, because also the thing is like depending on if it's iron, what else? It's like also if we get lucky, who know? Like
It
it's
is not
it's
ironwood.
it's RNG, but like also if we got an ironwood bow, you dip the bow in it in another forge, and then you have an ironwood bow with some extra benefits. Who knows?
Yeah, this is one of my favorite.
Yeah, this picture.
Actually,
This is what I think of now whenever I see. Oh, you just got rid of it. But that one, the one with the like glowing thing,
Yeah, I
was the
get you.
one. Yeah, that is forever now in my mind as the obelisk.
This is Last Wall Bastion, and it always has been in my mind. So if I crystallize things like settlements or something like this is the Ash Peaks in some weird
Yeah, I
ways.
was gonna say I feel like this could be like the Children of the of Uthiel was that other one in the mountains and stuff too.
Yeah, I had one for the Children of Uthiel somewhere that I really liked, but I have a collection of small ones that I have saved already in Roll20 that I'm like just keep throwing on this splash screen and I'll just cycle through them.
Nice.
So like for instance, here's a general store.
Ah.
I'll reduce its size because it's not.
Oh. All right. Let me look at. Let me
So,
actually. Also,
give you guys a
Brayden, we
second
don't
to
have to
figure out
share.
something.
We don't have to share responsibilities with slime anymore. I can actually understand what it says. Which is like.
Nice.
Yeah. We found another fruit, which also that fruit capability is so wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's,
get access to
Find
the
Familiar.
Find Familiar spell. That's
Yeah,
so
Blood is
sick.
not- Blood is not Find Familiar.
Also, here's my question though, because technically, anybody who's not me that touches Blobby has to like roll or take like acid damage because he's radioactive.
So when
this
he
is
becomes
different.
a familiar, yeah, when he becomes a familiar, that effect basically goes
Okay,
away.
I thought so. I wanted to double check
He
because
basically
I'm just
yeah,
imagining Blobby
so
go
he
land on
consumes
them.
a large amount of energy to just like go into that form
Valid.
effectively.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, Blobby got a new ability.
I'm just
Tox
gonna
got some
load
health
in
potions and a sleep
a
spare.
second ton of
We
splash screen.
sold the gem from the Ruby Rose Rapier, and we did roll. So if Justin kills something with that rapier, it gets the gem back.
Is that what it says?
Yeah. So it was because it
Oh,
was
different.
no. So it was the Ruby Rose Rapier. Let me double check.
I thought it was
Okay,
something a
someone
little bit
killing
different.
something with it.
It was a glitter steel.
my-
It is a pommel. Once it is removed, it is properly appraised 100 gold. But a new gemstone will grow back in 24 hours after a creature is slain with the weapon.
Oh.
But we have to roll a d20 on a 1 or 2. It no longer generates gem. I think Justin
Yeah.
rolled like an 11, so we were
Yeah,
fine.
no, he was fine there.
Yeah.
Yep, that was fine.
Plus, it also deals an extra
yeah,
d4 against elementals.
Anybody here
cool.
from Justin?
That's what I was about to ask. I'm about to add him.
It- I
Uh,
I just messaged him.
that might the Tox might kill someone with that weapon, you know.
Kill who?
Someone.
Tox could kill someone with that weapon. Like,
True.
it's a-
Listen, as long as someone does, because I don't think it's an attuned weapon. So it's literally just a magical weapon, and it's not. And it's more like a. Do you want money? Yes. If so,
yeah.
Okay, so the way how I'm gonna have to do a lot of the game now is going to be a little bit different, and
okay.
because I just don't, I can't pull up, I can't make maps and stuff like how I used to.
Oh, it's because
So
you don't
I'm
have the
basically-
plus or whatever.
Yeah, so I'm doing a lot of more theory of the mind stuff at this point.
That's fine.
So I'm going to have to use.
Hello? What just happened? I heard that. Who did it?
Yeah, so we were headed to the bathhouse because we're smelly.
So
Who did it?
what happened?
Where did it
What
come
has
from?
happened with you guys is you guys are led under a cliffside, and as you guys kind of get a little bit closer, you actually see you smell it before you actually even see it. It smells like I'll be honest, like it smells like farts. As you start getting approaching the bottom side of a yeah, there you go. Can you see that? Is it dim light?
Yeah.
Bright light. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use that because so I still like a level of tactical likeness about
Yeah.
games and things.
Yeah.
So whenever I have to do exclusive theater of the mind, I actually like using lighting more than usual.
Valid.
So I will basically say like this is what the lighting is, and that affects how you're gonna handle your business basically.
Yeah.
From that point. Okay. As you guys start getting closer, the day is kind of sunsetting, and as you guys are approaching, like I said, you smell a very pungent odor that, like I said, smells like fart, effectively. And let's see if I can get a good one going. It's a good one. Probably this one's probably the best one I got for this. So, That pungent smell starts to really affect you after a little bit of time. Anyone who is willing to can roll a nature check. It smells like something's rotting, though.
Am I still with you guys or
Yeah.
no?
Yep, absolutely. Ravana, you're
I'll,
there.
I'll roll a nature check.
Can I just take a guess?
Ravana basically has been like kind of waked up a little bit.
Dope. Love that. Parnox is just like, I don't know, man.
Can the fact that already I've created
Well-
bombs in this campaign influence this roll at all?
I definitely understand what's going on.
You can make the roll. I don't know if it will influence the roll.
Well, I got a
Nope.
25, so a natural
Okay.
20.
Okay. That's not even a natural 20. It's a natural 19.
19.
Really
I was
close.
gonna say 19 is
Aw.
still really good though.
So, as you start getting closer, Ravana, something kind of hits you at first, and your first instinct is this smells like sulfur, but after a couple of whiffs, you realize it's not just sulfur. So the springs definitely probably have a little bit of, but as you get a little bit closer, you can actually see it on the rock cliff face, and you kind of like walk over and rub your finger on it and get a little bit of this residue on it, and you kind of observe it, and you realize it's not sulfur. You can't put your finger on it, but you know you've seen it. You've seen it in the Bastion before, and you know it's highly flammable. You just can't pin it exactly, but you know it's not sulfur and it is extremely flammable. Whatever.
Is it you said it was a gas?
No, it's like dusty. It's like dusty on the rocks. It's like a black dustiness about it.
Can I take samples?
Yeah, you can absolutely take some samples. What do you?
Do we have anything to carry it though?
Ooh, I should have 2 potion.
Yeah, so we have 2 glass bottles. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like kind of like wave over to Tox and ask him to take samples. It could be used maybe later for like blasting gel or maybe a distraction.
Tox goes, as much as I would love to get these things, I don't know what a blasting shell is, but I know that the kind of distraction you get from horrible smelling things isn't something I want on me. And he kind of like hands Ravana a dagger and the 2 vials.
Like GG's.
Like very much like, here you go.
You get a little bit closer, and you start to scrape off a little bit, and when that black powder goes off, you immediately see orange underneath it, and it's like, huh.
Do I recognize what it is?
Roll for me. Do you have alchemy supply proficiencies by chance?
I do not.
Somebody does. I'm pretty sure.
I think he has a brewing kit, but this is definitely closer to the realm of alchemy. Roll for me a Arcana check or another nature check.
I will roll nature. Oh wow, I got
10.
No.
You don't. Okay, so you know that as you're scraping away, you get the sense that whatever this black powdery stuff that you're scraping away in, it slowly is kind of like transitioning into this orange as you get like into the wall a little bit more. You get the sense that either this black powder is coating it, maybe is mixed in with it, or a byproduct of it. You're not really sure. It has something to do with it, but you're not really pinned all the way.
Can I call over one of the guys, see if they can figure it out?
Yeah. You call over some of you guys, these allies who are your friends, who look over and they see Ravana scrapes off this black dusty powder that smells a little weird. Like it smells like a smoky fart almost. And then can't put exactly the finger on it, but knows that it's not just sulfur. And then it sees like a reddish orangish powder almost right behind it. Does anyone else do anything regarding that?
Do I have any? I don't. What do I have? I definitely don't have it in alchemical stuff. I don't have any tool proficiency, period, actually. Wait a minute. Wow. That's crazy.
Useless. Yeah,
Yeah.
after playing Pathfinder, like I'm sad to say, my DMing style has forever changed in like the worst way. Like now I'm gonna be like, do you have that tool proficiency? No, you can't really do that then. Oh no.
I do have proficiency in Alchemist Kit right now, actually.
Ooh. Oh no, I thought you had smithing tools.
No, I can change it every short rest, remember?
You changed it to
Okay.
alchemy after we
You
got
changed
Last
it
done.
time I
Actually,
switched it
Okay.
to
yeah,
Alchemist Kit.
If
he
that's the
did.
case, then you can attempt it with the alchemy kit proficiency, so like the tool proficiency. We'll use intelligence for the stat for it if you aren't already. 17. You think about it for a second, and you believe that that's nitrite.
That blows up.
Good to
Or
know.
nitrate, rather. It's not nitrite, it's nitrate.
The
Yeah.
one from Crash.
I know what you were trying to say, and that like it blows up.
It
Well,
does. It goes booming.
So there is a difference between nitrite and nitrate. And the reason I'm
Oh.
saying that specifically is because you can get one from the other.
Oh, okay.
So you get
Oh.
the sense that that black powder, after between Ravana kind of clarifying a little bit, saying that smells sulfur, but it's not just sulfur, and you kind of think through a little bit of it, you're like, oh my soul, this entire mountain is coated with a thin like layer of gunpowder.
Interesting.
Ravana, you should fill those 2 vials, and then on the way back from the bathhouse, we need to still a bucket.
But oh.
I think I can
So-
manage.
Oh.
That was a joke. We're not stealing a bucket.
Please
Oh.
don't.
Parnox,
Any of,
you
Thank
get the
you.
general sense that for your fire hand and ammunition,
Mhm.
like you would be able to utilize this to kind of like if you spend some time, you can metal at that forge or something.
Sorry, I'm streaming. Yes, that's a spam account because that way I'm posting not streaming videos on there.
With this, if you wanted to.
So this is where. So basically, I need this to get more bullets. Sorry.
To some degree, yes.
Okay. Sorry. Fiance had a question.
You
so-
also get the sense though that you don't think the children of the Blood Chalice either know that this is the thing that what this is, or they don't really care. But you
Okay.
definitely think this is a very like your mind starts to like all you guys' minds start to rush a little bit. That if we can find a way to make fire hands, and we get a good trade deal with these guys going, we
Yeah.
might be
You
able to,
said
like, arm our
trade
people.
deals.
I'm
We could-
actually. Yeah.
We might be able to like arm Balter pretty decently.
Aw.
We
Just
need.
slowly siphoning off at least the skin layer of gunpowder, and then maybe even figure out how to turn the nitrate into nitrite.
Ravana, could I have one of those?
Or
things of
other way
gunpowder,
around, whatever it
please?
is.
What was
It's
that?
1 vial of gunpowder. Could I have 1 vial of gunpowder, please?
Oh, sure. Go ahead and take it.
so
Thank
you take a one of the small vials, and you turn it. You basically kind of and get a small carrying case.
Little
Just to
bit.
confirm, it's nitrate. not
Yeah,
nitrite.
enough of the. Hold on, I have to confirm exactly which one it is because it's gonna bother me.
It's gonna bother you until you get. Yeah, no, I get that.
Okay, so it is nitrate is what you need. It is nitrite.
Ah. Nitrate makes the boom. Nitrite turns into the thing that goes boom.
Yeah.
Got it. Man, I gotta remember my
Yeah.
chemistry classes now.
So, yeah, you think if you could find a way to, so this is the magical part of this, because we are still in the Blacklands. You get the sense that what it needs is it needs effectively a source of like air elemental exposure to, for our terms, oxidize it.
Ah.
But for in this campaign is for the alchemical reaction to happen, you need to, and like an air elemental's like power has to basically infuse with the item,
Okay.
and then you
So-
can create.
Elemental, or if I what about air magic? Would that
You
work?
think maybe.
Can I attempt a small gust of wind on it?
I don't think there's such a thing as a
On the wall?
small gust
On the
of
wall?
wind. So I'm gonna be Braden, be very
No,
careful.
Isn't gust of wind a cantrip, or is that the?
Gust of wind is
It is actually a spell. It's a level 1 spell.
It is a
Oh, okay.
spell. Also,
Sure.
Braden, be careful because if you're making gunpowder suddenly, that wall will explode. And gunpowder explosions do be hurting a lot.
So, I will say this. Are you sure you want to do this like to the wall, or do you want to do this in a specific way?
I want to kind of test it out. I'll take a little bit of the powder, put it somewhere farther away, like a safe distance, and do like a test run.
Okay, so you basically do that, and you just, and it's like in a bucket, and it just kind of spins in the bucket, and when it's done, you you see that the kind of like odd-looking powder starts to settle in the bucket, and you get the sense that it starts to glow for a second, and then it settles itself like into this like silvery kind of powder, and then it goes back into its orange reddish shape.
So not enough, but on the right track. I look over and I was just like, well, definitely keep this in mind for later. I look over to them as I see Tox like scraping some, and Ravana also scrapes like, so are you guys done?
Tox only let Ravana scrape it off.
Right.
Tox did none of the scraping.
True.
I need that to be very clear.
Okay. Well, you had the little vial, so I don't know if you scraped it into the vial or like.
He just.
Oh, he did the little
after
shimmy
Ravana
sham.
scraped it, he was like, "Can I have one? Thanks."
Thanks.
So, after a little bit of time, you guys come closer to the hot springs. After you kind of get a little bit accommodated to the scent, you see these kind of pools of like black-looking water. They're just kind of bubbling very gently. And you were instructed that, hey, you guys are able just to do whatever you guys need to there. Just go enjoy some time, relax. They're very, very refreshing. Like, just enjoy it. It's a little bit warm. That's all they say.
Varnox is gonna shrug and be like, okay. He's
Is
gonna
there
start.
anything in the area we can use to stick into the water to test it first?
Yeah. You look over, you pull out like a branch. Yeah, for sure. You just
Toss
like kind
pan.
of dip it into the water. When you dip in the branch, you like kind of pull it out, and you can see that the branch, the branch, first of all, it is like stained black when you pull it up out of the water first. The second thing that you notice is it smells weird, like the water does. And the third thing that you notice is that branch that was kind of a little bit of alive is no longer very alive. Like it slowly kind of died a little bit. That the plant life did.
Okay, so it's not safe. Got it.
I was really looking forward to a bath too.
I
Are
feel.
there any animals in the area?
Can Parnox take? I was like, I'll take one for the team and just.
Make a
second.
survival check.
Oh, you fool!
Survival check to see if you can find a plant or an animal rather.
Aminal.
Aminal.
Amine.
We were led here by someone, right?
No, you were kind of led up towards the cliffs, and they just kind of like let you off. Yeah, you see what looks like a small little glowing lizard, kind of like stuck onto the wall. It's not really glowing right now. You get it's probably a Lumizard. We could take that and toss it in there if you wanted.
So I'm going to tie it to the stick.
Oh my
Okay.
god! You're gonna tie this little innocent lizard to a stick and deck it! No!
Ravana is not comfortable with this.
Okay, so he ties it to the stick. What do you do? As you see Bismuth like. Nothing. Okay, then Bismuth, you tie it and you walk over the stick, and what do? You have like a small little rope.
Yeah, I just say a little prayer for it. I just go ahead and stick it into the water.
You dip it in. How long do you leave it there?
30 seconds.
That's
Okay.
so
Wow.
long! Are you expecting this lizard to just hold his breath?
Ravon
after
is
30
like
seconds?
horrified. He's like,
Yeah, for a little bit it moves around, then it stops kind of moving around. Do you want to pull it up or no?
no.
It hasn't been long enough.
Okay.
Wow.
The string is kind of bubbling with it. It's like 30 seconds go by.
All right.
Cox eventually
Go ahead, pull
goes
it up.
over there. It's just
And we'll
like,
look at the results.
So you pull up the lizard, and it's dangling on the string, kind of like the glowing lizard looks like it just got like painted in charcoal. It's kind of spinning there a little bit, really still.
I wonder why.
Its skin color looks like after you kind of like clean it off a little bit, its skin color looks like you know like what happens to a crab when you boil it?
Oh.
How it goes from like this really greenish grayish color to like a bright red.
Huh.
Kind of did a little bit of that.
the darkened color on the skin, can that be like wiped off?
In a way, yeah, you can just wipe it off. It's like a
Okay.
powdered residue.
I put my hand in the water.
Yeah, Parnox at this point is just like, this is enough. I'm just getting it. They said it was fine.
Okay, yeah, it's really hot is what it feels like first. It feels like it's very hot in like the driest sense possible. Like
Okay.
it feels almost like it's
Dry heat.
well, it almost feels like if someone like this is going to be weird to explain, but it feels like if someone like was like put a blow dryer on your arm and
Oh,
kind
or
of,
like opening
get
an
really,
oven
really
door.
hot, and then like it gets really dry, like it feels like
Yeah.
that, but it's wet.
I
So it's
hate
a
that.
very weird feeling. And at first, like you're like, this is kind of uncomfortable. Do you go in all the way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you both go in all the way, and after a while, it feels really uncomfortable, and like you feel like your skin's getting like really kind of drier, and then once your body kind of accustoms itself to it, it actually feels weirdly fine. It's like the level of comfort, like uncomfortability goes high, and then it hits this threshold, and it kind of plateaus, and then after a while, you get really used to it, and then there's a certain point where it just goes, and then you're really comfortable with it.
Nice.
Okay.
Like you're really comfortable with it, and then you just kind of like settle in.
I want to try and drink some, see what the effects are.
Oh.
Okay. How much do you want to try to drink? Just a sip, or like a small cup of it?
We can do a potion vial.
You gonna drink all of it?
One big gulp down the hatch.
This is how a party dies.
He looks over it.
Tox is behind you, going, drink it, drink it,
Chug,
drink
chug,
it,
chug.
drink
So
it.
Chug.
that's probably been like 8 ounces. I'll be honest with you. You just drank about 8 ounces worth of like this weird gunpowder water in effect. You sit there for a second. Roll a Constitution saving throw for me.
Oh. Nice. 21.
21. Okay. You get really lightheaded really quick, and for a second you're just like, oh wow, that's kind of weird, and then it fades, and then you feel kind of fine. Would you like to do?
I'm gonna use my brewer's kit and try and dilute the solution.
Okay, yeah. Roll a check with your brewer's kit.
Let's go, baby. Brewer.
You
Brewing.
say use your wisdom modifier if it asks for it. Justin, what is your character doing right now? What is
I have no idea what happened before I signed on.
Okay, so basically you guys walked over to the hot springs because at the end of the last session you basically went shopping, did a lot of stuff, and then it's like, okay, we're gonna go to the hot springs and rest to gain some sanity, and then we were gonna take a long rest after that, or one or the other. I think
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
It's
hot
weird.
springs, long rest.
Hot springs, long rest, go talk to Arturius, go to forest.
Okay.
So
Hopefully.
you're basically the hot springs theoretically, purportedly will restore sanity.
How do I go ahead and use the brewer's kit, or just
You just shoot
click
it,
on
just
it.
click it,
On it.
yeah.
Yep.
And then if it
Tool
asks you,
proficiency.
you will do wisdom.
And if it asks, it's wisdom. Yep.
Nah, nothing's happening.
Let me see. Characters. Bismuth, cleric. So what you'll do is you'll go down to the left side of your front page, and it will say Brewer Supplies, and you click on the word Brewer Supplies, and it'll pull up a
Query.
prompt, and then you can click that as wisdom, and then you can roll like that.
Clicked on it multiple times, but nothing's popping up. There's no other window. It just highlights it.
Okay, just roll a d20 and then add
That's 6.
d20 plus 5. D20 plus 5.
Mhm.
Wait, what level is he? He's level 6. Okay, yeah. So d20 plus 5.
No, it worked this time. I got it.
Oh, good. Okay.
Nat 20, baby!
Okay, so you end up diluting the solution through. Something odd happens when you kind of like distill it a little bit and like kind of setting up your little portable kit that you have. When you siphon through, you notice something that I don't think anyone else has noticed about this material before, because you look at it and it reminds you of something that. Boaz, hey, you need to cut it, dude.
Oscar, your
it
character made
reminds you-
nitroglycerin.
It reminds you of something that you wouldn't have noticed if not for a very keen eye. There is ash in there. And it's like the Ash Peak Mountain ash. But after kind of drinking it and tasting it and then distilling it down and looking at it really close, you realize the ash that you're seeing is like the ash from like a funeral pyre.
Oh.
And then it kind of like, you think this is the same ash that's covering the Ash Peak Mountain.
Alright. I'm gonna share this knowledge with the rest of the group. That's really
So-
interesting.
To understand, so ash by funeral pyre, as an ash from the wood that helps with the pyre, or are we in
No, more
we in cremated remains?
More like that.
Oh!
You get the sense that the Ash Peak Mountains, if this holds true, and it's not just this zone, maybe it's this zone or something. If this is the case, that may be reasonable to assume.
So it's just the Ash Peak Mountains are just a bunch of cremated remains from something, which is also horrifying implications.
Arnox, if you walk around in the water, do you feel anything at the bottom? Like any bones or anything like that?
Oh, am I gonna?
Got feet around? No.
No, it's surprisingly smooth.
Arnox and Tox, you guys have been in there for a little bit, and you feel very, very
Yeah.
relaxed. I would like for you both to roll for me charisma saving throws just for a second.
Oh,
Okay.
I know I didn't.
I'd like to let everyone know that Tox does have a ton of scars.
Oh
like,
yeah.
it looks like he's never stopped fighting in his life.
Jeez.
Charisma saving throw?
Yeah.
Charisma save.
8.
Okay.
Ooh,
Arnox, you feel great. Roll a d6 for me.
D6.
This experience has been very, very refreshing for you. Yeah. Okay. Even in the midst of this refreshment, you still can't get past all the traumas and difficulties you've had. You recover 1 point of sanity.
I hate my life here.
Tox, something doesn't feel like right. You can't put your finger exactly on it, but as you kind of settle in the water, it feels very good, but there's always that feeling something's not very right. Roll a d4 for me. You still are able to push past that feeling that something's not correct. And you regain 2 points of sanity.
Shenanigans.
I'm at max sanity.
Bro, I get almost a nat 20 and then roll a d6 and get a whoop. This is it. This is
Oh yeah.
this is targeted.
What about the rest of you guys?
I'm gonna explain that by saying I'm sitting next to Parnox, like relaxing, and Tox just looks over at Parnox as they're relaxing and goes, Parnox, I wonder if this feels comfortable because this is what hell is going to feel like. And just looks away casually.
Parnox looks back and is like, I was having a good time. I was.
Still having a great time.
Not as
Is
good.
anyone else getting in the water?
No, I'm still skeptical about it. I'm also still angry, but you just try to drown a lizard.
Lizards can breathe on the water. It was a water lizard.
You get the sense the Lumizard got cooked. It's dead.
the wool lizard. Hey, dude, could we use it for it's just like food? Question mark.
You can try.
No, I'm
You
not.
can eat that, sure.
I'm good not to.
You would know. I would say this. You would know over
Lumizard's
just a
fine.
little bit of time you've investigated and been in the Blacklands. Lumizard's extremely poison. Like you
Sweet.
eat that, that's like eating a glow stick.
Sweet.
just knowing Ravana, you see like her grab the lizard and start like digging a hole and like burying it and like saying a prayer over it and like looking back angrily.
Hey, you got double prayers at least. You got double
Its
prayed
sacrifice
up.
wasn't in vain.
Yeah, that's true. You learned a lot. What's Isaac doing?
I would say that he was about to, hop in and take a dip, but then he saw Bismuth, go into chemistry class over there, and
Say that it's
Yeah.
a funeral pyre ashes.
and that revelation halted the chill moment.
Yeah. So after a little bit of time, Parnox and Tox, do you guys stay in there? You feel like you could probably still benefit from this if you stay in there.
Yeah, I'll try staying here for a little bit longer. I'll even do
Okay.
a little. I'll do a little dunkaroo.
Yeah. Another charisma. What about you, Tox?
Yeah, Tox will stay in there for as long as Parnox does, honestly,
Yeah,
because
just
he's just like
Another
happy to
charisma.
go.
Yeah,
Where
that
did my
sounds
mouse
great.
go?
19.
Can I roll for
Yeah, you feel really good. Roll a
perception check
d6.
and see if I notice anything
25.
strange going on around us?
You too. Roll a d6. You looking at them? Roll for me a medicine check as you look at them.
Another brother, my brother in Christ, roll 20.
My brother in Christ, you roll the dice.
Time Tox looks at you, Parnox, and goes, "Do you also see the bodies in the water?"
At the mention of that, it's just ruined. Parnox kind of just sighs and like starts walking forward. He's like, you know what? That's enough for me today, Talks. I do love these talks, though.
Bismuth,
I
when
said two
you look
things,
at
you
them,
only
trying
responded
to
to
see
the
if
last one.
Bismuth looking at them, trying to see if something's a little bit off. You look at them, and it's hard to tell because obviously they have like this dark, stuff coating them all over, and like they're covered literally head to toe with like it looks like ink almost.
At least I am.
but
I
you-
did fully Dunkaroo myself. I don't know about Talks.
It still kind of gets around pretty good. When you look over at Parnox, especially, but Tox, it's a little harder to tell with the scarring. But you can. I'm sorry. When you look over at Parnox, but Tox especially, you can notice their skin is like sallowing to some degree.
What? What do you mean?
So, sallowing would be the act of like sucking in, like as if though it's desiccating.
Oh, that's not cool.
Parnox, get out though.
Bismuth
so-
runs over to the edge of the pool. He screams, "You guys need to get out of that bath right now. I don't know what's going on, but it doesn't look good."
I was planning on it
And
anyway.
we're standing up and leaving when
Yeah,
you yell that.
literally as we're setting up, like I'm literally like 2 feet from you. You're like, get out of the water.
Yeah,
On my way.
you guys feel great. You feel fantastic.
I look over to Talks and I'm just like, this is the closest I think I've had up to a bath in like ever since being here. This is great.
See
Um,
Tox looking at his hands and stuff, and he goes, "No, they still smell like blood."
Oh my god.
so,
I'll be rolling for initiative.
no, but what happens after a little bit after you guys are done cleaning up? I would like for you guys to roll for me now, because you guys stayed in there for 2 sets. Roll for me 2d8, please.
Is it for everybody or just those two?
No, just those 2.
Cool.
Oh, guys. Oh, guys. See, Parnox, this is where you wanted to kind of like lean back.
Yeah, I know.
But
Isn't it great?
when you
It's
kind of when you clean yourself back up and like recoup yourself, you start walking away. You feel good. Like your mind state and everything feels good, but you start to feel a lot more tired. So you're not sure exactly 100% why or what mechanisms are in place right now, but your maximum hit points are reduced by 8.
brother.
Toxrill, the same with you. Your maximum hit points are reduced by 12. You guys feel great,
Oof.
but you don't, like, you're physically not as well as you were a bit ago, and you do not know exactly why.
I make note of this. I'm just like, so that's another secret to find out for him. Good to know.
Why are the ash peaks made out of bodies?
Why are the ash peaks made out of bodies? Why does this water make me feel bad but good?
All these squares
Yeah.
make a circle.
So I use destroy water and destroy the bath that they just got out of.
Oh, absolutely create destroy water. Yeah, you can absolutely do that. So you literally like, what does it look like when you do this? Like, what happens to the water when you do this?
Say it starts to look like it's boiling, and then all of a
Oh,
sudden it
okay.
just evaporates in this long stream reaching up to the heavens.
Okay, so just very quickly when you do that, mark off the spell slot. When you do so, you can see very quickly that a little bit more water is kind of flowing a little bit from underground, just kind of very quietly bubbling. So you get the sense it's almost like it almost has a geothermal quality to it. But when you're looking at the stuff that's coming up from underneath there, it almost looks like pure ash. Just
Like liquid ash?
Yeah.
That's
like like if you mix like crumbled charcoal in water and it's just and it's like coming from like these small little tubes underground.
So I'm gonna jump into the bath now. I think it should be safe to be inside there and go investigate the little tubes.
Oh, while it's still filling up.
It's not really filling up. It's just water slowly like bubbling very, very gently. You get the sense for it to fill back up, it will take like a week.
Oh.
If you wanted to investigate further, now you have given an opportunity. Otherwise, however you guys are feeling is how you're feeling.
Yeah, can
You
I
think maybe a lesser restoration might be enough to rescind that effect?
Sweet. Oh, I hate you so much. Oh.
I don't like that.
I just have to sleep. It's fine. I'm just a little sleepy boy.
I would like to see, like, after like everything off, I guess I notice my skin's like feels a little bit more like stuck to the bone, almost as if I've aged. And I'm like, I've had this happen before. This isn't great.
Well, steak.
Ponox, is this how you felt when you went through your thing?
When I suddenly aged 20 years, no, that felt terrible. Honestly, unspeakable horrors occurred at that
It's
instant.
when you got taller and thinner.
Oh,
Not
that was
necessarily when you became 1,000 years older.
no, not 1,000 years. I'd be dead. No, that
What?
also felt
How
terrible.
old do we live until?
Well, I don't know.
How old
Okay.
do people live until, Ponox?
Humans live until they're around age 70-ish, 100 if you're really fit, and also if you're not in the Blacklands like us. So honestly, who knows? And then I look over to like Tox, and I like actually take a good long look. I'm like, is Tox human?
Question. I don't know.
All right.
I don't actually even know if Tox is human. I never thought about that. I have assumed it.
Yeah. Character is a human, but in character, Tox doesn't know, so he can't really answer that question.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But yeah, I'm just gonna.
Is that Bo?
But yeah, I'm gonna like I guess I'm gonna take like a quick look with Bismuth just to see if like there's anything there like okay whatever caused it is it like stuck to the walls or something like that? Is there anything there that could potentially be like, all right, maybe this could help reverse
Roll
the thing?
investigation checks.
Ooh, baby!
For everybody?
Anyone who's
Anyone
going
who's
in.
investigating.
Oh, mostly. I'll help.
If you guys want to get down there and investigate.
21, baby!
What's the Parnox?
That's a 19. That's a natural 19.
10. I'm not that smart.
You're just not good at investigating. Anyone else
I'm like-
investigating? So you guys
I'm
get
looking
down
under a
into this
rock.
zone. Oh my soul. Okay, so Parnux. Okay, so this let's start with 15. 15 and 18. You guys see, like I said, very thick, viscous, like ash is bubbling up, out from the water, and you get the sense it's like it's the same stuff that's covering the ash peaks, that same material, but it's coming up from, like, it's being sourced from underground, and that's odd to you. Because you know what happens, like in ash peaks, is that it'll have like ash snow almost, and you guess probably that's just due to the large amount of content of stuff kind of can get taken up in the air and then brought back down. So, but to see it sourced from underground is a little bit different. For Parnox and Isaac, you take some time, and you actually see a small hole off the corner that's not bubbling water up. You kind of both look at each other and peek down into it, and you see what looks like a network tunnel, like just deeper into the underground, and the smell of like a very putrid smell comes up from that hole.
Is it a secret?
I'm gonna.
Very tiny, very tiny.
How big is this hole?
Tiny.
No, like how? Like when you say tiny, like how tiny?
Tiny creature hole.
Tiny creature hole. I'm going to take a moment, put the Peach Pit in Blobby, and I'm going to cast Find Familiar.
Ooh. Yeah, you get the like when you cast this Find Familiar, it's like a question proposes instead. It's like what do you want me to look like? Because when you do this, it needs to have an initial
Yeah.
form, and then later on you have to basically change its form.
Yeah.
Via, like,
I'm gonna
insights.
look at this hole. Would a rat or like a ferret be like work here?
Okay, so when let me be very clear too. Whenever you do this to change Bobby's form, you have to literally do it the same way you would with Find Familiar. So whatever form you're picking is what he's gonna. Whenever you put this pit in, he's going to default to this form until you change it next time.
Okay. I'm going to then pick a rat.
Okay.
Is that
So
rat now?
he
Is that
kind of-
small enough to go into this hole?
Yeah, that would be a tiny creature. Yeah. So he kind of like forms into this kind of slightly glowing rat. Like you see a bunch of energy just expended, and then like this energy kind of coalesces and forms like a skin around him.
Yeah.
And he no longer is glowing. He's just like boom, like a slightly. He literally looks like a golden, not golden, but a
Little green, little green boy.
like a green jello.
Green jello rat. I love it. Yeah, so as that happens, I'm going to basically like command body to like go down to this tunnel. Obviously safety first, but like to see how far he can go this tunnel, and I'm also gonna cast an action to like see basically take his senses so I can see what he's seeing and hear what he's hearing.
Okay.
Before I do that, I'm gonna look to Isaac. I'm like, hey, do me a favor. Please make sure I don't die, because I can't do anything right now. Because I'm now deaf and blind as Parnox.
Yeah. Okay.
So Blobby
Okay.
kind of goes and he squeaks in down there. You get the sense Blobby also can't see in the dark in this form, so you'd need a light. If anyone has something like the light cantrip or
Well, actually,
dancing lights,
hold on. I may have something. I don't remember. If
or
I
you could
do
like
have it.
light a stick on fire and then give it to him, and he can put it in his little teeth.
I don't want to do that.
Down there?
That makes me worried.
He can run with a, I don't know, like a flaming match in the molten cavern of gunpowder.
Yeah, right. That's not scary at all.
So, is there a stick around?
Oh, dang. I guess.
I'm gonna go ahead and grab a log or a small stick, like a stick enough like you can hold, and I'm gonna produce flame on it. It's a cantrip. Maybe it has a little torch.
Yeah. So, 1,000%. As soon as you do that, I'm gonna kind of as I see. I'm assuming he kind of Blobby comes back as he realizes I realize he can't see either. and I look, pop back to myself. I'm like, no. I was like, we understand now that this is flammable. No. Give me 1 second. I want to see.
Yeah, my options are pretty dangerous too. I was thinking maybe I could tie a witch bolt around it, but
Yeah,
I don't know if
then it would
there's
just
any
be
way to
able
do it without hurting it.
I want to, I'm gonna say, you know what? If I was like, if you can find, if you guys can cast something on him to make him shine, it's great. If not, I'm gonna see what I can at least do with what we have. Because he does have, as a rat, he does have keen smell.
Yeah,
So
he
he-
can smell, and then he smells dead bodies, gunpowder, and sulfur.
That's cool. Let's see.
If you want, he could still go for it. Like, he can still do something. I'm just saying, like, a light would be helpful for him.
Yeah, but it's
And
definitely. I
otherwise
feel
he'll
like.
be...
Can I make? I'm assuming as a general thing, Parnak's probably like, no, he would definitely cause an explosion if he went in down there with a lit, torch.
You're not
Is
sure.
the-
You're not 100%.
Is it big enough? Could we put like a flame and like a little vial inside his back? Is it big enough for him to fit down there with that on his back?
Oh wait, no. I know what we want to do.
You're a snail. You're next to snail.
I know what I want to do. I want to use so Blobby is currently right, but he's still like a gel, right?
Yeah,
If I
relatively.
put
He has a
something,
little bit of firmness
if
to
I
him.
put something on Blobby or like in Blobby, would it be like able to stay there, or does he need to like hold it in his mouth?
Actually,
So
Frank,
basically, right now with Blobby, he's like, so you take these pomegranate seeds and you basically pop them in there, and they kind of like disperse in his body, and they have like these points of hardness to them, and they like harden the slime around him so that he literally is like a rat.
hey, Frank, I have an idea. and We
Mhm.
forgot about this. I have 3 pets. One of them is a glowing animal.
The
Yeah, the
Lumizard.
Lumizard.
So then tell the Lumizard to follow me.
Yes. Problem
Roll
solved.
roll an animal handling check.
I was like, wait a minute, don't I have 3 pets?
I looked at something and I thought I had a really good idea, and then I read its thing, and it's not what I wanted it to do.
So he's animal handling.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
23.
I was gonna say you might need a little harness or something like that for it. Lumizard understands it gets it.
Cool.
It sees the glowy slime, the slightly glowy slime, and it's like, yeah, that's now my this is. My
That's the
buddy.
homie. Got it. So cool. So with that being said, then I'm gonna go back down. Again, action. Action to use my
you flip
senses
over,
with the rat. Yep.
Okay. The rat starts to go down with Lumizard at the same time, and the tunnel starts to lighten its way. And after a little bit of time, the walls are like the tiny, tight walls are this thick, dark kind of ash and gunpowderish mixture. And then after a little bit of time, it starts to widen up a little bit, and your Blobby scurries a little bit, and then it goes and dips down, and then it kind of evens out to where no longer scurrying downhill, but
Mhm.
scurrying like across away. After about 2 minutes of scurrying, the Lumizard actually ends up kind of stopping. And Blobby kind of stops and pauses too, sensing something's different. Lumizard kind of like starts like wiggling backwards a little bit, like, oh, I don't like this. As if though it has some level of insight into what's going on.
Okay. Can I look around and see like if I understand what's happening?
Yeah, roll for me either an animal handling check or an insight check with disadvantage on an insight check.
You said animal handling.
Or insight with disadvantage.
While he's doing that, can I also
16.
All right, never mind. Good.
You get a very strong sense that the Lumizard knows what's a little bit further ahead and knows that it's dangerous. You could probably convince it to continue going.
Yeah, I want to see if I can convince going just a little bit further because I want to see what it is now at this point.
I can assist with that. Can I cast Speak with Animals?
You have to see it, don't you?
So
Also,
yeah,
we're probably
they're
like
down in a
I was like
tunnel.
we're probably like 90 feet underground now.
Yeah, they're you don't like Braden. Your character doesn't know this is happening right now.
Oh,
They just only see that Frank's character's kind of like describing what's happening a little bit. Like Lumizard's stopping, figuring out something. Like we're gonna keep
Yeah.
pushing on, and like I'm gonna try to convince to keep pushing on. Like you can do this. Like
Squeaker
yeah.
mix, and then you just hear the squeaker mix squeaking, squeaker.
So you get the sense, Frank. You get this emotion from you. It says uneasy, and then you get something along the sense of sad.
Sad.
Yeah.
Like it's sad or it's. So I'm assuming this is from Blobby. This is an emotion from Blobby.
Like Blobby's saying, like Blobby is conveying, I am sad. Like I am sad. It's not clear why, but I am sad.
Okay. Do I look around? Is there anything that would like help me recognize like what potentially could be causing this emotional change?
Nope, you're in a little tunnel. You start to push on a little bit further ahead, and the tunnel opens up into a zone where there is this glow that kind of shines out into this kind of open chasm. Because Blobby is not going in the dark, they do not. They're able to see this cliff drop basically.
Okay.
That they're able to stop it.
Okay.
Without having to make any checks or dexterity saves. If you get the sense, if they didn't have any light, they may have just tumbled straight through and then fall into that pit.
Oh.
But they were able to stop because they had a good source of light. When you're there, roll a perception check. You with Frank with your perception.
With my perception,
Nice.
not with the rats. 19. That's a natural 19, by the way.
You get the sense, like a very subtle, two subtle sounds happen at the same time that you pick up on. The first one is the sound of like a quiet, like sobbing. Very sourceless, but it's just very quiet, steady sobbing. It's like and the second thing that you hear is what sounds like maybe snoring or some form of growling, maybe.
Why am I picking up Left 4 Dead?
Okay, so I'm hearing someone crying, and then like either like a snore or like a growl, but I can't discern which.
Something like that, yes. Oh, and Blobby would also convey this idea. Disgusting. It smells gross. Gross, disgusting. Ew. Down here.
From what I hear, does it sound like human sobbing? Like it sounds like there's something human-like?
You're not sure.
Oh.
It's very hard to pin down.
Okay. Looking down, is this cliff face something like? Would this look like something I could even get Blobby out of, or is it like okay, if he goes here, this is?
If Blobby went forward into this cliff and tumbled in there, you don't know if you'd be able to easily get Blobby back, or if Blobby would even survive. You can't see anything beyond. It's this open expanse. The amount of light that the Lumizard provides is not sufficient to illumine anything beyond. It just looks like the Shadow Realm.
Okay.
Oof.
You also do. I would say this too. You also hear the sound of bubbling and trickling water somewhere. Very sourceless.
Okay.
Hi.
I want to. Oh, I have it on my other character. I thought I already picked this up for him. No. I thought I picked up Dancing Lights for Parnox and I hadn't switched it yet because we hadn't leveled up. Oh!
Mm-hmm.
Because I was going to say I can cast Dancing Light through my familiar. But I cannot, unfortunately. I'm going to slowly, command Blobby, like, all right, make your way back. Yeah, I'm just gonna tell him to make it his way back.
Okay,
And-
Blobby and Lumizard are making their way back. In the meantime, what are the rest of you guys doing?
Just
Basically,
keeping a
just-
lookout for Parnox, like he asked.
he's just okay. Anyone else doing anything else?
I-
Aside
I'm
from
kinda-
that,
I'm kind of getting worried, and like every thought in my mind wants me to turn to a weasel and join them, just for their safety.
yeah, it sounds like a good idea. You should do it. Do it. Go for it.
Are you daring me, or
Don't please.
No, no. So after a little bit of time, the duo comes back and are able to go back to their respective owners, and that's the information you kind of get.
Yeah, and yeah, so talks obviously like he's told all this information. He's like, so there's some things question mark multiple down there. I have some questions now for this camp. Actually, yeah. So he's like, so I have a few questions to ask. And he kind of like gets fully dressed and everything, and like kind of. Oh, that was also extremely uncomfortable. Like, can we not be here? The smell is surprisingly staying.
What do you guys do? You guys head off to go take a long rest.
yes?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, you guys go back to the Children of Blood Chalice's camp, and there, Lupe makes sure that you guys have a small place to stay. You guys get a nice long rest, recouping yourselves, and with that, we can take a quick break, just 5-minute break or something like that, if you guys need to. Get something to drink, do whatever you need to, and then we will figure out what are we gonna do for the Children of Blood Chalice going forward. What are we trying to do all the way?
Hey, Tox, what was that one website you showed me about all the different spells and classes?
Also,
D&D 5e wiki dot.
Daniel, really quickly, as we're making our day down, is there anybody up actually? Like, do I see any
Who?
people, either like the doctor?
Yeah. You probably see a handful. I mean, actually, I'll be honest. As it gets darker, you probably see more and more people in vigilante mode.
All right, cool. So definitely not talking to them right now. Sweet. I have questions if there's caves nearby because that worries me at all. Hearing sobbing and such, and also growling or snoring, and also definitely not decaying bodies probably everywhere. But all right, I'll be right back then. Les, you're the best Sage NA.
Oh, thank you. True.
Also, Reyna, was everything okay? I don't know if anyone else saw it on my screen, but it glitched. I didn't see Reyna at all. I just saw a gun floating. Let me just pop. No. No. Run. Break through. I fell. No, don't let me die here. Okay, we're fine. It's fine. Here we go. Oh shit. I looked at him. I looked at an Enderman. This is all going wrong. Oh shit, he's following me. See there, full health. Man, it'd be a shame if my spacebar just fucking. Oh no! Oh fuck! I actually meant to. I meant to press the spacebar at the last second, and then forgot that there's a lag time. Oh, that's so funny. It's fine. See, we went back to the statue, and Clee's totally fine. That's 2.
Oh my god, you're so good.
Oh, someone's on it.
Last player standing.
120.
I don't know why I reloaded knowing I should have done that. I don't think they have time though. Let's go, baby!
You hop down and you just feel like it doesn't feel like you just jump into air. It's like you land into a pool of slime. Just bloop. And you hear this as you start to panic. You've jumped into the gelatinous cube that functions as their trash can.
Oh no! Fuck me, don't you dare. Oh. Yo, please, if nothing else, someone I hope clips that. I don't know how that happened. I don't know how I survived. I don't know how I got that headshot on him. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but that was amazing, and I will never ever be able to do it again. But hey, it was on camera. Holy shit. Oh my god, that's a fucking shiny. Holy shit. Get in the fucking Pokeball.
Give us a sign.
Give me a sign.
Shut the fuck up.
Talk to me about my extended car warranty.
That didn't work.
I'm leaving.
What the fuck was that?
I'm leaving. I left. I'm gone.
What the fuck was that?
I might have accidentally woken up Teresa's parents, and I feel so bad if I did that.
Was that you?
That was me screaming. Alright. Ooh, there we go. That made my ears ring. Am I dying? Okay. Was I supposed to lose in this bad?
And they were never heard from again.
If I have to repeat the boss, I think I might have to repeat the boss. I'm so fucking... Oh no. That's upsetting. That's...
Guess we can do
so
this.
upsetting. Oh, fuck you. Oh shit. Oh, my drops just went. You happy now? You happy? When my... Oh no.
60-foot flying speed. Yep.
Alright.
So the ability is side-powered, leave as a bonus action. Control your body with your mind. You gain flying speed equal to twice to. Because while Ravana has one less hit point, Ravana also has like an AC 18 or something like that.
Because I'm a Shaolin monk. 'Cause I'm a
So like, yeah, Parnox is the squishiest. You have 33 hit points. Ravana has 32. Okay, so yeah. So right now, Parnox is kind of. I feel so
I'm
bad
not-
because Tox got straight up.
He really was like, he didn't even have to go in here. He was just going in here because Parnox wanted to go in here.
Yeah, I was like, oh well, he'll just have a little minus, 8, doing D8. He won't get the full benefit, but that's okay.
That's...
No. Oh, he rolled 12. Okay. Well, okay, I would say this.
I go from rolling 2 nat 1s on D6s to then rolling like a 6 and a 2, and I was like, are you joking me?
I will say this. This is a good opportunity for you all to learn, specifically Cleric and Druid. There are spells that you can use that can help your party members when they suffer negative consequences such as these.
So
You
you're
may
telling
want
us
to
to start
consider.
healing.
You might want to learn
may-
Lesser Restoration. It's pretty
You might want
pretty
to prepare it.
primo.
Yeah, because you guys
Yeah.
can just prepare it. So maybe consider that. You know.
You want me to be a healer, man?
I
thought
am
we had
begging
more-
you, please, because I don't think no clerics do have access to all their spells too, don't they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
pretty
Someone please take it though, because it gets rid of any. I'm pretty sure Lesser Restoration gets rid of
Any
like
status effect.
any status effect and like lower curses.
Oh man, I've been doing a fair share of healing around here. Okay.
No.
Hey. Okay. As you guys wake up and kind of get together, what is the game plan? What are you guys trying to do? You can go and speak with Arturius a little bit further, since you guys had
I don't.
coordinated
Yeah,
with him.
Parnox is straight up gonna go to Arturius. He looks to everyone. He's just like, if you guys want to come with me, you've been. I know you all might want to do some more shopping. Is fine, but it's up to you all.
Give me a bow.
I'll team up with Ravana and do some exploring.
But how about this? We meet back. It's probably like early in the morning. I would say like we meet back at like the town gates around like noonish. So what? That's like 4 hours of time of them to do. That's enough for you guys to do basically any shopping and such.
Sounds like more than enough.
Okay, I don't have all my notes with me right now, but there's like a general store that has a few different things, some potions and stuff.
Yeah, there's a general store. There's like an actual alchemical store. There is a blacksmith that's like Chitin blacksmith. They probably would
It's
have
more like you can
weapon. Oh,
you
it's
can buy some small chitinous weapons there, but mainly it's you can make stuff there.
you can
which
go.
is a
You can
very
rent
rare
out the
commodity.
forge.
Yeah, which you did yesterday. I would say that if you wanted to try one more thing, make one more thing, you could, but it just takes a lot of chitin. Weapons and armaments in the Blackland are pretty like intense.
Yeah. And then there's the doctor.
Yeah, and then there's the doctor.
But yeah, so I look over to like, if anybody wants to come with me, you're more than able to. But yeah, and then Parks is just kind of like roll his shoulders back. I'm assuming he still doesn't feel great. I'm assuming, right? He's still kind of like, man, I feel like weaker than. I know I felt weaker before, but this is not great.
I added myself 2 new spells.
Does anybody by any chance have Lesser Restoration?
I do. It's already equipped. And I got, for my 3rd level spell, I got rid of Call Lightning. And now I have Elemental Weapon.
So then the question is, do you want to use it on me and Tox to see if it will help get rid of our issue? Because typically Tox, if you can only use it once, I would rather you give Tox his 12 health back.
But this doesn't heal you, it says. It just says
It
gets
will
the
get rid
status
of
effect.
curses, and we're pretty sure this is
Okay.
probably a negative stats effect /
Also-
lesser
Yeah,
curse.
I clarified that you would
Tangent
be able
effects.
to.
Yeah.
This is a
Okay,
lesser
okay.
restoration thing.
Alright, I'm gonna cast Lesser Restoration on Tox.
Okay, Tox, when this happens, you feel like a bit of life that has been kind of taken away from you, like rushes back towards you, and the capacity for you to be vital and vibrant returns again. Albeit you're not all the way there, you definitely feel better. Your maximum hit points increase by 12 again, back to normal.
But like your current HP is still at like the 12 below.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
Oh, that's nice.
Alright. There, don't say I haven't done anything for you.
I might still say that though.
Tox looks and is like, all right, glad one of us got it. And then it's going to start moving away. Unless someone else is like, yeah, sure. All right, sweet. Going to Arturius then.
Alright. I
So
guess me and Ravana heading off to the woods.
who's going where? So Frank is going to go talk to Arturus. So and we have everyone else is kind of like getting ready to load up the cart to go to the Whispervale Woods.
I'm heading to Arturius as well.
Okay.
I'm not Tox's backup. I'm Parnox's backup.
Yeah, okay. So you guys go there, and as you see Arturius, he's kind of in the midst of talking with some of his men. He sees you over and says, "Ah, yes. Are you all planning on heading out soon today? I'm supposing it, looking at your face."
Yes, we were told to talk to you though because it seems you've done a little bit of recon or attempts towards that forest. We were told apparently there is currently no way in.
Yes, as I believe I had spoken to you before, my men have attempted to pierce the interior of Whispervale Woods, but it seems like there are some form of beasts that are able to, for lack of better terms, these shadowy smoke monsters are protecting that region and are destroying caravans and carts alike without so much as a second thought. I can't keep risking sending my men in, so I've hired you all to.
Would it be sending in large groups that seems to get their attention, or even small groups like the size of our party?
I would say anything that it sees moving, it would attempt to strike down. However, you all seem to be more compact group of that may be able to navigate your way inside.
Okay.
Scavengers aren't known as being the most quiet folk. We're more
So
we're
this,
here
yeah,
to smash
understood.
and grab.
Understood. Also, I had Arius. I was wondering, you all the scavengers are here to stay until this is resolved, correct?
Yes. We have to.
Uh,
If there seems to be a major conflict, we can't lose our affiliation with the Children of the Blood Chalice. The Children of Uthiel are a
Yeah.
more new fixture, and thus,
Of course.
if we had to pick sides, we could.
Really, Arturius, quick question for you, since you've been here for a little bit. Are there any cave systems nearby?
Let me rack my brain real quick. Roll a D100 for me, please.
D100. That scares me every time. Rolled a nat 100. I don't know if that's good or bad.
What'd you roll?
100. It's not on the fate. It's not on the fate chart. So I'm like
That would be a critical failure.
on a fate chart, but it's not the fate chart. So
Oh, it is the fate chart.
it was a fate chart.
Yeah. So is that a critical success? Hold on. I think it's a
critical fail. It's backwards. A 0 is a critical success. 100 is a critical fail.
So, as far as I can tell, there aren't any caves nearby.
Can I convince him otherwise? Considering I know, like, I've seen cave systems.
You start to try to persuade him, and he's just convinced that he has no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, bro, what is happening? All right.
He has no experience to the other contrary, and is convinced that you don't know what you're talking about.
Do I see any? All right. So instead of trying to convince him if there's things, I asked Arturius if he would be able, instead of sending a team to the woods, if he could potentially send a team looking for. Because I won't say caves. I heard someone sobbing, and so I'm worried about someone's safety nearby.
He will say something along the lines of, "I'll be honest with you, Paradox. It's very sweet and kind of you, but we are not a mercenary force like this. So we don't invest ourselves in the well-being of someone who's sad out the Blacklands. It's a dark place, and we need the tough, not the, for lack of better terms, the pathetically weak."
Okay, cool, understood. I look over to Tox, and I look to Tox, and I was like, "Hey, Tox, do you think your one friend would be willing to try to look for something for us after
My one
your
friend?
one acquaintance, London?"
Tox looks around. Is London near us?
Sure, yeah, but he's in civilian mode.
I go, London, come here.
Hello there,
I've
friend. How are you
experienced
doing today? Wonderful
I'm
to meet
doing
you. My name is
wonderful.
London.
It's wonderful to see you again, London. And then
What are you talking
and
about?
then
I've never
talks
met you before.
leans in close and says, "It's good to see you again, London." And he leans in close and whispers, "The shadow."
And you just see something inside of his mind snaps into place. And he just leans in. Huh. So you remembered, kid.
Oh. I'm so sorry I have to do this to you, Tots.
I do despise how you all call me child. So perchance, could you assist us in locating something?
I don't spend my time just on errand missions. It's better be important.
What do you need, Parnox?
There's someone or something in the caves around here. I heard sobbing and growling or snoring or something. That gives me cause for concern of either one, someone's in trouble, or two, something nearby that potentially might want to be a concern for you all.
What's your bonus for persuasion?
My persuasion,
Yeah, your bonus for persuasion.
it's a 4.
Let's say you have an above average chance to persuade him. Okay, roll a d100.
Dude, don't make me do this again. No.
Ow, 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 ow.
That's a
ow,
12.
ow. That is. Hold on, that might actually be a critical success. Look. Above average chance with an above average security. If I can zoom in. Child. Stay still, you little gremlin. I can't zoom in. This stupid thing. Oh, it's this percentage thing. Can I change the zoom percentage, please, dude? I just want to zoom. I will say it probably is a critical success, I believe. So what ends up happening is when you present this idea to him, like, oh, you need to help out these people, they need you, he snaps in his mind, he's like, huh, well, maybe if you would have asked anyone else, they would have said no, didn't have time for it. But I have an opening in my schedule. Sure, I can look around for. What are you looking for? Someone crying?
So I heard, and I'm gonna say like, I'm gonna say like towards the Ash Peak, like more in the Ash Peak Mountains, like almost kind of like near their, like near the hot springs. Just like, yeah, there was like, I heard, like, there seems to be like a cave system within that area. And I heard sobbing and like growling or snoring, and I can't discern if it's human or not, so please be careful.
Huh. Well, I'll be honest, I don't think I really need to be that careful, but whatever.
I would be extremely
Fine.
careful.
I would like you to be careful, London, because after we get your blood chalice back, I would like you to be a diplomat and come to Walter, because you're the only one of everyone here that I know.
Huh. Insert Shadow the Hedgehog quote. Sure.
Yes.
Insert Devil May Cry 2 quote.
Ah, of course. You should go on. That crying person isn't gonna help themselves, right?
And when this dude gets to the hot springs and he finds out what's in there, he's gonna be like, "What the hell is this?"
So, continuing on, you see eventually he like looks over at you and he goes back. Anyways, very nice talking with you, civilian. You have a wonderful day. And he just turns around and walks, and then like you
Play
can
as
see like
well.
walks into a shadow, like an alley, and then he just disappears as he misty steps away.
All right,
He could
cool.
have just walked. He could have just walked around the building. Yeah, I know he's just on the other side of that building. Like, he could have just walked.
You can just like hear him like, "No, I'm not stopping. It's cool." All right, well,
So, what do you guys do now?
I'm just gonna kind
Arturius
of.
has already talked to you about like being hired on and stuff like that. He basically says that like
We get half the
the-
gold for if we do this.
the best way he says that you could actually probably do it. So He says these main roads are pretty open, like around. But if you try to straight shoot into the Whisper Vales themselves, that's when you start having problems. You also seem to have problems like around this region too with these monsters, which makes sense because you were around that area. Like,
When
this
the
little
last
junction
smoke monster came around.
Yeah.
Oh
It
boy.
seems like they're patrolling the outskirts of this mountain, mainly.
Okay.
So if you could pierce into that somehow, reasonably, then you might be good.
Yeah. How far is it from here to the Whisperville Woods? Let me just.
Probably about a good day and a half trip, maybe 2-day trip.
Okay. On foot?
On foot it would be even longer.
I look over to Tox. Like Tox. Also, I was like, while we're waiting, by the way, are we? I don't want to risk. The Higgsrow. What do you suggest? Because we need to get there quickly, but apparently we need to be quiet.
We have legs. We have legs.
True, we do have legs. I was thinking the same thing. But we're gonna have to.
And honestly, if we run into a smoke monster, I'd rather not have to
Worry about
try
animals.
not to leave it.
Valid.
No, more like not have to try to convince Ravana to leave the Higgsrow behind as bait.
The answer is no.
I've nicknamed it Rations already, so
Nickname.
The Higgsrow that cost us like 70 gold is rations. We
yes,
have
the
Alright.
the Higgsrow you spent 70 gold on, I have nicknamed Future Rations.
Okay. But yeah, other than that, I guess so. We're like me and Tox are kind of agreeing. Okay, we're just gonna walk / like hastily try to move to go to Whisperville Woods. And I'm just gonna wait around like the center of town because I told Ravana and Bismuth and Isaac, I was like, hey, meet here around like noon, basically. That's like 4 hours of shopping, guys.
Those who have gone shopping and doing different things, what would you guys like to look for? There's some alchemical stuff if you want to look for anything in particular, or if you want to try to craft something, if you have the chitin for it, you can attempt that.
How much does it cost to make a new weapon with chitin?
It depends on the weapon, so I believe it's 10 times the gold value listed on the SRD.
So if you want to, like,
Can I-
short bow...
Can I upgrade my staff?
Your
You
staff's
can
already a
make
kind
new
staff, isn't it?
No.
It's the hook staff, right?
Yeah, that you got from the thing.
So-
They were chitin weapons.
Oh. Or
Yeah,
my bow.
You could probably, if you had a... So, basically, the way it works is you can also augment your weapon with monster parts as well as you have them. So, with your staff, you technically could upgrade it. You would just have to have a viable monster part and a little bit of chitin to fix it up.
Do we have a monster? What kind of monster parts do we have?
I don't know. That ain't my business.
Braden, we definitely can't afford a bow.
Or not even upgrade monster
Question
staff?
I have a follow-up question with the monster parts thing.
Mhm.
How much chitin? Like,
For
if
what?
I have one chitin and a monster part, could I add poison damage to my bow?
I would say if you have a chitinous weapon, it's half of the value. If you already have a chitinous weapon, it's half of the value to add the monster part.
Don't have
Then
the
just
chitinous
constructing
weapon,
it
so.
brand new.
The monster parts we have is I have a Vortworm Toe and an Endwalker Bone.
Yeah.
So you have
I'm
do you have
willing
another
to get-
Endwalker bone?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
have
I
both
had
sets.
two.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have one more Endwalker Bone.
You also have
that
a
I'm willing
pouch
to
of
give
teeth,
up.
I think.
Yeah,
we have
pouch
the
of
pouch of
teeth.
teeth.
Which, though, I've
Uh,
come to consensus that pouch of teeth, if you apply a pouch of teeth to a weapon, when on a hit, they have to succeed on a Constitution saving throw or gain bleeding one.
Oh, no, you used the Endwalker bones. I think you only had one set.
I had two.
You had two? Oh, I only had you down for
I had
one.
two.
Sweet.
I
never
had
mind.
two. You
Alright.
have me down for one now because I used one last session.
Oh, yeah, you right.
So I will say Black Beast teeth are basically they will augment your weapon to do bleeding 1 instead, like on hit. I'll say on hit they do bleeding 1.
Ooh. I think I think Toxie is that more than I do.
Nah.
It goes really good with people who hit a lot. So
Yeah.
like someone like
no.
Isaac
Justin.
would benefit more from that. He'd be like
Yeah.
bleeding 1, bleeding 2, bleeding 3, bleeding 4.
I just need things that compound my damage and make like the amount of damage I have to deal to pull someone out of combat lower.
Yeah.
Because my job is just I'm the nuclear missile thrower at the boss.
But yeah,
Tell 'em about it.
I would say honestly, Brayden, also you might have a better chance like seeing if you can buy or find a chitinous bow because
So
the bow
like Endwalker Bones might be useful because if he hits something with it and he wants to use like there's very few times Braden's gonna need to use his weapon.
yeah.
But if he needs to use it, using the Endwalker ability to try to put something to sleep, pretty stinking useful.
Yeah.
Like that's a good if I'm gonna swing this weapon.
I would say
it's like,
I would say quarterstaff might be better because you could say that'd be half cost too, so that would literally be a chitin. Not even actually, that'd be like a gold piece.
So it'd be 1 gold piece, which would be I would
It'd be
say
just
you would
a
be able to
gold
mark
piece.
off a gold piece, yeah.
Yeah, because from what I'm seeing, any type of bow is like what minimum 25 gold. So that's
Yeah.
250 chitin.
No,
make?
250 gold pieces, which would be
20.
a
See,
chitin
we
is
had
25,
okay.
that'd be
So
25 chitin.
okay. So
It'd be
that's
25 chitin.
okay. Okay, yeah, understood. We had this conversation last
So
time.
a great sword would be 500 gold pieces or 50 chitin.
That's what it was. Okay, yeah, now I get it right now. I remember now. Yep, we had this conversation. It took me a minute.
I would say the way I'm gonna think about this too, it would be to a minimum of 1 chitin. So I would say even fixing a quarterstaff, it will be 1 chitin to a minimum of 1. Even if you wanted to make a bunch of daggers, it would be like 1 chitin each, basically. So what do you want to do?
I think I'll get a new bow.
Okay, do you have 50 chitin or 25 chitin?
25 chitin. Do we? No.
I'm looking at
No, we don't.
how much do we have?
We have 20.
Never mind, I will wait.
I was like, if you wanted to add something to your staff, I'd be down for that because your
But when
staff
you-
would be like a chitin. But yeah,
Yeah, if you want to add like Endwalker Bones to your chitin staff, what was Endwalker Bones? It was 48. Was it 48?
it was 2d10.
or
Is what
2d10.
I have it down as.
Okay, 2d10. Like so, basically, when you hit an enemy, you roll 2d10 for a sleep effect, and if you roll higher than their current hit points, they fall asleep unconscious. So, a good way to get like a nice finishing blow on someone that you don't want dead.
I think I'll wait for a bit. See if we can get other pieces.
Okay. Yep. Now you have more incentive to hunt monsters. All right.
So I'll mark off
At this point in time, then-
off a chitin then.
does Justin have a chitin sword?
No, I don't think no, because you have
No.
you have
He
a
has an
actual iron sword, an ironwood
rapier.
sword that
Mhm.
has that
And then-
that has that effect because it's the special one. Then you have the rapier.
Yeah, and
you have
Amber
Edge,
Edge too.
You have Amber Edge, you have the rapier, and you have an iron sword.
Yeah.
So this man's walking around like Zorro with 3 blades.
Yeah, obviously.
Okay.
And then I would and a steel sword.
Yep.
So
A very, very nice mechanical weapon that is
And I'm
begging for a blacksmith forge and some runes.
And I'm sitting here straight up with a
I'm
gun.
waiting.
Yeah, and then Frank just has a gun. Stop
Oh,
screaming! Stop
Oh,
screaming!
how am I already? But yeah, I'm just gonna kind of wait around at the thing.
Nope, go grab my stuff. Okay. You guys waiting around the cart. Anyone else want to go shopping for general goods, potions, or create an item?
Let's see.
I'll go looking for potions.
Okay. Do you have any mind of potions? You can look up online for potions, and we can see if they would have it or not. Generally, they can kind of brew a few things. They have healing potions over there. They had some other odd odds and ends. Let's see. Let me look at this real quick. Potions store. I'll tell you what they have. I'm trying to manage a child at the same time as maybe it's not so it's super easy. We'll say village type alchemist, and so he has at least 2 potions of healing for sure, and he has a potion of animal friendship. And a what's called a filter of love, but it's PHILTER filter.
I'll just go for the potion of healing since we only have one, I think.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. Because we have the
Or,
Can we get confirmation?
So-
Those ones we had in the because we've had these for a while. I don't
No
care.
potions of healing.
I was supposed to, no.
Yeah, the potions of healing as far as you can tell.
oh no, we have a few actually. We have like 5 so far.
Yeah, I was like because we
We have some
have.
potions of healing.
I just like we have potions of healing, but they were from that weird plane, and they're like, and I hate how you keep saying. I hate the tone you have when you say, "Yeah, the potions of healing." As far as you can tell, yeah, they're potions of healing.
Yeah, I mean, didn't you figure out the bugs?
Yeah, we figured out the bug thing.
Yeah.
Was that the?
Oh, I said
only-
bugs.
What?
You figured out bugs, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Where'd you figure out the bug?
We figured out the.
That's the question.
Stop it! Stop it! No!
Okay. Yeah, as far as you can tell, they're both potions of healing normal.
How much are they?
If you want to buy one, I would say it would be 6 chitin.
Does that sound reasonable to everybody?
For how many? For 1 or 2?
One.
It sounds expensive.
That's yeah. I was like, sounds a touch expensive. You want to see if you can talk him down.
He reads. He can read your mind too. So barding with him is hard. That is also another weird thing about this shopkeeper.
Yeah, fun fact. It's great
He's
times.
telepathic. Yeah.
Is he trying to? Is he like actively reading my mind as I'm trying to barter with him?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna go to barter with him, and I will tell you what my surface thoughts are as I'm talking to him. So I'll say
Okay.
what he's saying, and I'll tell you what he's thinking.
Okay.
Um,
So what are you thinking?
Excuse me, sir. I believe these potions should be are normally a little bit less than this. And what he's thinking is, look, listen, we're trying to save your village. You can give us these potions or like not, but but no one of
he will
demand
literally
come
just say
back.
out to you. He will literally say this. It's like Artorias tried this one before with us, and as far as we can tell, the last people we gave potions to with discounts, they went and immediately died. So I would like to
Understandable,
get
yeah.
just my money's worth now, rather than
Nah, I
a s-
totally get it.
stop freaking
no.
out, dude.
When we get the blood chalice back, it's fine. One of our demands for giving it back to them will, of course, be to have your shop closed permanently. And then Tonks turns and starts walking away.
They both say, "Have a nice day."
That's now one of his demands. I'm writing that in my notes.
That is the
Demand
funniest thing.
creepy twin shop is
Closed
closed
Hey,
down.
you know what? That is Tox
And
may be
the
amnesiac, but that does not mean that he's not petty.
Our shop.
It's great.
Demand creepy twin shop closed down, and the creepy twins are shot.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, at least he's not petty.
Excuse me. They slighted me. They didn't even slight me. They're charging an extra 1 chitin.
You know?
And
Like,
I went, die.
Die.
yeah, that's a healthy thing.
It's
Hey,
so funny.
It's mommy. All right, you guys. Anyone else want to do any shopping? Do anything in particular? Say like, oh, I want to try to see. if
I'd
we
like to
can
buy
look at
50
something
feet
like
of rope.
So I head over to
Uh,
the
50 feet of rope. You could for probably something around the neighborhood of. Uh,
1 gold enough.
It's it
Two
might be a
chitin.
dumb or smart question.
I like. It.
Is the blacksmith shop? Does it also sell better armor?
They have cut some chitinous armor. Yes, they would have a breastplate. Probably is the best armor they'd.
Can you even wear
How
that?
much would it be?
Huh? So I would say probably you don't want to buy a breastplate because of your, like who you are. But if you
You can't
want,
equip armor, your AC goes down.
yeah, if you
Oh.
equipped armor, your AC would go.
Oh, never mind.
Your armor would go down to a 16, and you would also have, I think, disadvantage on stealth check.
Yeah.
So disadvantage on stealth
Isaac.
checks plus, like you have very high AC right now. Like don't
I
get it
gave-
twisted. Like you've been unlucky that you've been mauled like to death by orangutans basically the past few
Isaac,
trips.
I'm
Picked up
pretty
by
sure I gave
giant
you a
birds.
vial of healing last session.
Yeah. Huh?
So just make sure you have that, Isaac.
Yeah,
I
you
gave
should have a vial of
healing
healing.
last session.
So vial
Yeah.
of healing is 44 plus 4 bonus action. Healing potion is full action 66. I'm sorry. 4d6 plus 6 is what it is. So it's basically the dice level up.
For 25 gold, could I buy 2 pythons and 25 feet of rope?
For how much? 25 gold?
25 gold. Pythons are worth a copper,
Yeah.
by the way.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, so this is the hard thing is that they don't have metal. You have to literally have pythons made out of like basically like python shards.
Yeah.
So, like small things like that are really like expensive here. But yeah, that is still reasonable for that.
Okay.
25. It's like 5 gold pieces for pythons basically is what you do.
It's pretty much what I'm doing. We're on a mountain. I want to make sure if we have to go up, we can.
Okay. So, aside from that, do you guys have anything else that you want to look at? And if not, then we can get in the cart, or are we using the cart even?
No, we're walking.
How much supplies do you have?
I think I'm good to set out.
How much supplies do you guys have?
We have 103 supplies currently.
So I will say that you guys can each carry supplies equal to. So how much supplies is it? 10 per person, or 10 per day?
10 per day, I believe. Yeah.
Per person. Okay. So you guys can carry 10 times your strength modifier and supplies per person, probably.
So it's 10 times -1. I can carry -10.
So you could probably carry 10. That you could
I
probably
was saying
carry 1
mine's at
day's worth.
0, so I could also just be carrying 10.
You can carry 1 day's worth of supplies.
Sweet. How's everybody else's
Piling
strength?
food onto Isaac's back.
Yeah, Isaac can carry probably about comfortably 3 days worth of supplies so he can carry 30 supplies. So Isaac can carry 30, Parnox can carry 10, Ravana can carry, my guess is 10. So Bismuth can carry 10. So you guys don't have a very good way of carrying stuff. You could probably go traveling for a day and hope that you find more stuff on the way.
Well, no, because it's 10 per day, not per person.
Oh, 10 per day.
Yeah, 10 per day.
Okay, so then you guys can carry a day worth of supplies for each of you guys. That's great.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well, that's 7 days worth. We're fine.
so it's a week's worth.
That's a week's worth. Yeah. I was like, that's okay.
If not, we can just catch more lizards and eat those.
No, I'm pretty sure it's It's 10 per person.
No.
You might be right.
Yeah, because we were
'Cause
talking
the-
about it because 10 per person would mean
Oh.
that like we don't even have enough for like 2 days worth, and we had like over a week's worth of supplies before we got
Yeah.
to them.
Yeah.
Worth of supplies.
Yeah.
Hold on.
In the
I'm gonna
other
see if I
format.
can-
I had this actually written in my notes. I wrote this down actually. Fun fact, because I know we had this discussion last time.
Yeah, I think you are right. Is that it is? So yeah, the camp. In order to take a long rest, you need to. Well, I mean, you guys burned through quite a bit of your stuff going there, too,
Yeah.
and you haven't bought any more supplies since.
No, we're literally gonna get done with this, and if we like when we make it back / if we make it back, it's gonna be like we have no supplies.
Because what I'm looking at, because I was basing it off of basically Baldur's Gate's camp thing, where it would be 10 per person per basically per day. And the reason is to give like some level of nuance between supplies. But I would think that, so this is my brain thinking. If I know what my brain would think like, I would say, okay, I like the concept of that, but keeping track of big numbers is bad. So I would have found probably a way to have cut that down. So if I were me, I would probably say, and I am me, I probably would have said something along the lines of, it's 5 per day per person. That makes sense to me. 'Cause then it
5
still
per
gives
day
that
per
nuanced
person
number.
makes more sense.
And that seems reasonable. So how much supplies do you have right now?
We have 103. I know.
So if you guys have a group of 5 people, that's 25 per day. And so that would be what, 4 days worth of food for your entire group. And that sounds about right because you guys didn't have very much supplies left when you came to the camp. The idea was you guys would just barely get there and then buy more stuff. I do remember that.
Oh no, here it is. I literally have it here in session in the session 22 notes at the very bottom. Supplies are 10 per day for the party in total. We have 11 days worth of supplies currently.
Okay.
And we picked up, and we've been
then-
just getting lucky and finding stuff like on the way through
Okay.
our like.
Also,
time.
supplies are 10 per day in the party in total. Currently have 11 days. Okay, you know, I'm perfect fine with that. That sounds too reasonable for me to pass up.
I'll make an amendment on this one if you want.
No. That's basically that. Like the reason why I was wondering though is because I was like, how did they get so? Oh, you know what? I know where you guys got
The
supplies. You
Hicks
got them
road.
on the road.
Yeah.
No, you guys got it on the road. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You guys went to the paperman encounter and
Yeah.
found a stink ton of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so that makes sense. Okay, because before what was it? It was like literally a supply was just a day's worth of stuff.
Yeah. It was
Right?
previously it was a
There was
supply.
no
it was a day
nuance.
worth. Yeah.
Okay.
And so
that
now it
makes
can
a
be
lot more
like,
sense.
hey, you guys, like,
Okay.
because of stuff you found, you don't have to have
I
that
will
many
remember
supplies.
this now. Now that we've had this conversation, I'll remember. Okay, so you guys have a lot of food, and that means then I will say that you guys can carry your. I would still say you can carry your strength modifiers worth of stuff.
Minimum 10, basically minimum 10, but no, but times your strength modifier.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Does it make sense to bring 4 days worth of food for 5 people? Yeah, I think that does.
Yeah.
You guys probably pack up that much stuff for rations and different things. Okay.
We looked
I'll
at
keep that.
Isaac. You're a real G, Isaac. Thanks.
So that
No
means
problem.
Isaac, so yeah, that makes a ton of sense. So that means 1, 2, 3, 4. So you guys have 4 days of stuff between everyone that's not Isaac, and then Isaac just carries three more days.
Yeah.
So 7 days worth of stuff that you guys can take with you
Yeah.
if you abandon your cart. If you have your cart with you,
Well,
your cart can
I looked
carry
to
along.
actually, if we're at the gate, I looked to Artorias, could you please make sure he's okay? And I gestured to the giant Hicks row named, I think we named it like Zion or something. Isaac named him.
I don't remember. Oh, it's Taurus.
Taurus, that's right. Yeah, Taurus. Allegor is
Yeah,
like,
it's,
you
if
make
you
sure
scroll
Taurus
over
is
it, it says Taurus.
you make sure Taurus is okay.
Yeah, I can do that for you.
Thank
After
you.
all, you know, he always has a home in our pens, and he
We
takes
did
care
buy
of Taurus.
him.
All
We
right.
literally be like, we did buy him from you, so.
Yes, he always has a home here. Okay. Anything else? Does anyone else want to do anything else before we start rolling for some survival stuff?
I'm
My-
ready.
One of my
Let's
favorite
go.
things in Blacklands is actually these rolls. These random.
These are
rolls
my
really
favorite.
much
I will
fun.
say, actually.
Yeah, I do like these. I want these to be. I want to flesh this out a lot more. Okay. As you guys start to make your journey, how far do you guys move in one day on
I think it's
foot?
Isn't it 20 miles or 30 miles or something in a day?
Let me see. Blacklands tables, NPCs, lore. It probably is in the lore section. Blacklands primer, shield, weapons, shots, blah blah blah. I'm not seeing it.
Because it's 30 It says 30 miles? That feels wrong.
Where are you?
I'm
Where?
looking at the main map from Children of the Blood Chalice to Whispervale Woods. It's like, yeah, 30 miles.
Yeah.
That's
it's
wrong.
30 miles through difficult terrain.
Oh,
Yeah.
too difficult to write, okay.
So it's all mountainous terrain. So that means you guys are moving at whatever speed that is. Where I know I smell. Oh my goodness, my dog just pees on the ground all the time. Coco.
He's an old man.
Where's this handout? Can someone repost that handout so I can have it again?
Or which
When I
one?
switched computers, I lost so many things.
Or which one are you talking about? The Bolter?
The one with like the Hicks row, like all the speeds and stuff.
I don't think we ever.
How are you guys seeing? How are you seeing it?
I
How did you
have it
know?
because I have it on the character sheet. So give me 1 second. I can bring it up.
I know I have it somewhere. I've posted it before. It was like that primer forever ago.
NPCs group Bolter film. Oh, I skipped past it. Here you go. Hicks row will go 20 miles per day regardless of terrain. Crab pack will go 35 on regular but 5 on rough terrain. Those are the only things we have. I never had the Hick Zra, which was the normal one. I don't have anything for like just human speed.
Okay, so then I have to find that. But I do know there is one. It is like. Hey, I found it. Okay, so humanoid is 20 miles per day on normal land and
be
10
10
miles per day on difficult
terrain.
terrain. Hick Ra. So Hick Ra is 15 or 20. I'm sorry, 25 on regular and 15 on difficult. Hick's Row is 20 and 20. Gribnal pack is 30 and 10, and then a trap pack is 35 and 5.
We haven't seen the grip.
So trap packs are basically like little raptor, like fuzzy
Zoom-ins.
raptors.
Yeah.
They're zoomy boys. Gribnals are basically like dogs. It's like a dog sled.
Oh.
But they have like little shells. So they literally look like weird looking dog-sized creatures with like a turtle shell on them. And they move pretty fast for what they are. Then there's the Hicks Rose, which you obviously see Hicks Row. It looks like a giant rhino. And the Hick Raw are more like
Tiny
I'm sorry,
rhinos.
Hicks Rose are like giant rhino-like creatures. Hick Raw is like a boar, but it's really really strong and really kind of like moves with some good strength. They're like large hog-sized rhinos basically.
Yeah.
And then you are humanoid, and
We go
it takes
20
10
on
miles, so it would take you 3
3
days to get
days.
to Whispervale Woods from
Yeah.
here if you guys just cut it.
All right, yeah. Look, there was like,
Okay. Anyone else? All right. I would like someone to roll for me a D100.
I've already
I got
rolled
it.
it twice. I don't want to touch it for a little bit.
88. Wow.
Oh, this
Are
is
not
good.
strong.
Y'all roll very high, and the high ones I don't have 100% fleshed out. Oh, okay. As you guys are going, you start to make your way, and I'm just gonna say, that this other cart image right over here is going to be you guys. Oh no, it's a crap cart. So I'm just gonna still keep the same cart, just to
But
get a
the
sense of what's
but
going on.
those Taurus is with Arturius.
Yeah. So as you guys are going throughout your day, eventually you actually start to come over a hill after you kind of climb up towards some of these cliffs in this difficult kind of march. You hear off in the distance what sounds like singing. And then you look over the corner, like as you crest the hill, and you see a bunch of different people are like gathering around, and like they look like they have like mugs, and they're just drinking and singing. You guys are about like 50, 60 feet off, and you hear a little bit of like their song, and there's something about the king, something his return, something, and they look like they're walking their way almost in the direction of Whispervale Woods as they're singing.
That doesn't seem great.
I think we continue to travel at a safe distance.
Yeah, they're giving me just a little bit of a worry.
Or Ravana, you could send one of your animals up there to spy on them for us.
I mean, that's true.
No.
I could.
But I will. But I can spy myself.
I would rather. I could gesture my shoulder to Blobby, who's still kind of in rat form, just curled up in the shoulder thing, and I'm like, Blobby could just go. We could just do that. As long as you guys are okay making sure I don't get stabbed in the back.
So typically when you use Blobby, you will be using his rat stats and stuff. In that one instance, I had you roll that check because I wanted... I mean, it would have been the same roll regardless.
Yeah, I was like...
I wanted you to basically interact with it for a specific reason that is now not pertinent. But
I hate
usually,
that. I hate that
usually it actually might be better sometimes to use Ravana because Ravana has their mental stats. They're better at spying sometimes.
Okay.
It's up to you guys though.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to give you context as to why the wild shape may be a better option sometimes.
So it's up to you guys. If you want to go Ravana, it's your prerogative. Just saying. We also have Bubby.
Do Ravana, or I must take another lizard on a stick and throw it up there.
No, Bismuth, no. The other one's still climbing its way up.
For the sake of these animals, these poor animals, I will go. And I'll start laying on the ground and shift to like a chinchilla, just like this cute, innocent-looking animal.
Roll for me and you're actually the perfect animal to actually be in these Ashley Mountains because you literally blend in perfectly for this. Yeah. So roll for me a stealth check with advantage. I'm gonna say because of your choice of animal, it has benefited you enough to gain advantage.
Because it's your favorite.
No, it's because it's perfect for this. It's the perfect time to use.
I had natural
20. Oh baby.
Okay, so you can get as close you feel like that you would really need, but it's completely up to you if you wanted to kind of keep some distance or get closer.
I'm gonna get closer. I feel like I'm confident enough to blend in as a animal.
Yeah, you hear them singing some song. They're saying, "We're going to see the king, the king. We're going to see the king. We'll feast at his table and we will sing. We're going to see the king." And they're just like, ha ha, yeah. And they're just singing a song about going to see some king and how they're proceeding to go to a feast that's ready for them. About 3 or 4 of these guys.
They don't seem like a threat to me so far. They just seem like they're just excited.
No, they don't seem to. Yeah, they're just like very excited dudes.
I'm gonna. So, do they look like they would assault us?
Ooh, roll an insight check for me.
Come on. Nat 20.
Bro.
Yo.
Let's
get
it.
when you look at them, something in their eyes doesn't seem 100% there. And you also get the sense that one of them in that group gives you a very strong feeling like, hey, wait a second. They give off a Dampier vibe, like the Dampiers of the Children of the Blood Chalice. Like, oh, one of these guys might be from there. But they definitely have this feeling like, oh, they're not 100% there.
Like they're
You don't know
brainwashed?
if the that seems like a really good idea. Maybe charmed would be the perfect word for it.
Ah.
Hmm.
Are you gonna use that again?
It's
Hold on,
almost
one second.
like
I'm still gonna stay back for a little bit and just learn a little bit more.
Okay. Yeah,
But
nothing really changes too
I'm
much.
trying to, but I'm keeping my eye on the guy that kind of is from the Blood Chalice.
Okay.
Just keep an extra eye on him.
Okay. As far as you can tell, they just seem to be walking, singing this very similar song as they head deeper into the Whisper Vale, towards the Whisper Vale Woods, through the Ash Peaks. If you don't do anything, they will just keep walking and singing and drinking.
So, I know Parnox has the ability to
I
speak
can
telepathically.
speak to someone unless you can telepathically speak back. I cannot listen. Awakened Mind only allows me to telepathic. Actually, this is a good question. It says I can telepathically speak to any creature within 30 feet of me,
Mm-hmm. Yes, you can speak to them.
but I cannot
Yes,
carry
you
conversation.
cannot.
They
That.
can communicate back with you.
Unless it clarifies.
Telepathic
yeah.
speech allows you to
Let me see.
is two-way communication.
Uh,
Is it from the feet?
It's the Awakened Mind.
So
which
it's
is
not. It's not a.
Eldritch Invocation. No, it's a class ability with the greater
Okay,
one.
no. So this is what it says. Starting at level 1, your alien knowledge gives the ability to touch the minds of other creatures. You can communicate telepathically with any creature you see within 30 feet of you. That means you can talk back and forth with them.
Okay. So yeah, here's
you
the question:
you
Is he
can
within 30
communicate
feet of?
telepathically
Is he
with them.
within 30 feet of me?
You could have said retrospectively if you wanted to that
True.
you have casted that on him.
Yeah.
I will allow that.
All right, cool. So then, as I kind of like reach out, I was just like, Ravana, any hints? Are they all there? Are they just really enjoying their time weekend somehow in the Blacklands and the most inhospitable place on Earth?
It also says this. I'm aware that there has already been a ruling that this is one way. I'm only asking if the warlock can include multiple people. I would say I actually disagree. I would think it would be two-way.
Okay.
Because of the wording.
Because again,
It
if I can
seems like
if I can reach into people's mind to speak with them, I feel like I should be able to at least
Yeah.
hear their thoughts for communication specifically.
Yeah.
All right, so
You can
I'm able to
communicate
communicate
telepathically
with Frank.
Okay. Yeah.
I hear this in my head, and I'm already like, do you remember this Blood Chalice guys? Well, I think they're controlling these little guys. They're not all there. It's like they're talking, but inside they're screaming to get out. Kind of feeling.
Would Parnox understand that because I know I'm pretty sure that Lesser Restoration might stop this charm's ability. Would
roll a
Parnox-
religion check.
Yeah. Would Parnox know? No, that's a 13.
Maybe.
I look over.
You cannot guarantee that it would work.
Yeah.
For the most part, it would be but you can't guarantee that would.
Okay.
That would be a bismuth or Ravana question. Give me a second.
Now, can he tell me to try to use it?
Yeah, probably you would, but I think if you do that, you'd have to get out of your animal form to cast a spell.
Well, I was gonna ask, can I stealth? Well, no, mine's touch, so I would have to.
You would have to
get out and poof and touch one of them. Does not affect all of them. It affects one. It's
I
touch.
do want to let you guys know Lesser Restoration is for status effects.
Oh, it's greater restorations for
Non-mental.
curses. Yeah.
Yeah, no, great. It's remove curse for curses.
Oh, you're right.
There's
I'm
an
dumb.
entire
Hold
spell
on, I'll
for
put it up.
curses.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, then yeah,
In the
don't do
chat.
that. You're right, because lesser restoration is only stats. That's not curses. So
Yeah,
it can't
and
be
even if it
charmed.
did work, it's one. So there's like 10 of them. There's
I
just
would go.
me and one
I
of
mean, to be
them
fair, if that's
versus
the case, I would
9.
definitely go for the Dampier. Homie's a vampire with less of an issue. I say honestly, we just keep moving? Question mark. Thoughts, everybody?
I can probably hint you guys can keep distance, but don't be seen. And I'll just stay with the party, with the group.
Smell like pee.
Let's make one of ourselves seen. One person volunteer themselves, Ravana, to go out and talk with them.
No, don't let Ravana, considering Ravana's a squishy one.
Okay.
Also
what happened?
mentally unstable.
Yeah, but you're describing like half the class.
True. I was like, do we really want to have one of us get seen potentially? Are you sure about that, Bismuth?
I'd say it's not a bad bet.
I want to see how they react. I'm gonna try to do this. I know it's probably a performance check. I'm gonna try to throw a rock, like make as much noise, see if how they react. I just want to see how they react to
So,
noise.
How do they react to noise?
Yes.
Okay, so whenever they do that, they kind of like stop. You actually see the Dampier first, like stops and looks over. He's like, guys. And they all kind of like quiet down. They look around. And then one of them's like, what are you doing? You're killing the party, huh? They're like, you're right, And then they go back and start singing again and moving.
Huh. I'm
Because
just
if
gonna.
he's going to make himself known, he's going to start singing a song with them, coming from behind the party group.
Going from behind or going forward, so it looks like you're the first one going there.
He's coming behind them.
Okay.
I'm actually. It actually sounds fun. Just go behind them and start singing.
I'm not gonna stop Bismuth.
So he just does this without warning. He just hops off the cart and walks up to them.
We're walking. We're not even on the cart.
So Bismuth starts
Alright.
power walking, I guess, up that direction.
Yep, singing the song right along with them.
Oh, okay. Yeah. When they turn, they kind of turn confused. They look over, and then they just kind of smile. And they're like, yeah. And then they just turn and start walking, anticipating that he's going to start joining and singing. Roll for me a performance check, please, Bismuth.
This is amazing.
Ooh.
So, as you're going along, the two, like, there's like 4 of these guys. So one of them
This is damn
seems to be really suspicious, but the other ones seem to be fine. Like he's like, excuse me, who are you that you have come this place and are singing this song with us? Are you here to go to the feast of the king?
I am here for the Feast of the King, the one and only king, who rules all these lands.
Hey, I like this one. Yes, okay. Then join in with us. And then he starts singing as if everything's fine. He starts walking with you.
I look over to Isaac and talks. What are we supposed to do?
You look where Cox was, and he's already following.
Oh.
Is he like singing or is he just following?
Singing.
Oh.
He's just
roll-
following Isaac's lead.
No, it's time to take point. I'm going with them.
Oh.
Hold up. Can I pull a Disney thing? Can I whistle as a
Is it chinchilla? I don't think you
yes.
I would say probably not, but you can
do a little
some form of
chinchilla
chittering
squeak.
Sound.
Yeah, a little
You can do
chittering.
sounds, yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna go hop on one of the guys' shoulder and start doing his little chill dance. And
On the
like-
guys or one of our shoulders? On one of our shoulders or
Nope.
one of the guys' shoulders?
On one of the guys' shoulders, just dancing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you guys hear through the time of spending a little bit of time actually going and say. By the way, Isaac, if you're gonna go and join, I need a performance check as well.
Yes,
Same thing with.
I wasn't gonna go singing with them. I was gonna just follow them.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the thing where we're following
Like,
at a distance.
how far behind are you following?
Let's say about 4-person distance.
Are you doing it quietly?
I'm not necessarily not trying to be seen, just trying to be there if something were to go wrong.
So after a little bit of time, one the Dampier fellow will kind of stop and be like, uh, "Hello there, friend. What are you doing?"
Uh, Nothing, just minding my own business. Carry on.
I would recommend that you come join us. We're going to the Feast of the King. Else, then please leave these lands. They're very dangerous, and besides, we don't want you attracting unwanted attention towards us.
Okay, and Isaac gets a little bit closer to them.
Isaac, I think we
Ah.
have to. Are we gonna have to get in? Are we gonna have to
Well-
take part in this?
Are you here for the Feast of the King?
I have no idea what you're talking about. And he leans over to Parnux and he's like, I'm trying to avoid getting involved with this,
I don't
whatever
think
it
we have a
is.
choice. Over half
Well-
of our friends are there. We kind of have to go with them.
You Bismuth, you hear telepathically in your head. You hear, "Ready yourself, brother. These ones are ne'er-do-wells here to stop our trek and pilgrimage to see the Amber Lord himself."
Uh-oh.
But he looks over and he's saying, "Well, if you don't have any business with us, then please leave. But if you continue following us, I'm going to assume the worst intentions."
Oh, whoa, well, I don't have any business with you specifically. This is our first time meeting, but I do have business with the people traveling with you. They're my friends, my companions.
Did you just sell it out?
Did
He
you
turns
just?
and he looks over, and he kind of squints his eyes. He says, "I knew it." And he pulls out a blade, and I want everyone to roll initiative.
Ah, you couldn't have gone to the
Wait.
Feast of the King.
Wait. Do I have to roll initiative? I'm still in chill, just
Yes.
chilling.
Yep, you are absolutely. Yeah.
Oh.
I wish this was Pathfinder because I would have been like, okay, roll your like performance checks as your initiative check. That's so
Are
cool.
you kidding me? I rolled a nat 1 with initiative.
Hey, that's not bad because no one knows the stinks going on with you.
Neither do I.
Ah. This is gonna be great. I'm so terrified. Ooh.
I can name these. So we're gonna have so Isaac, Tox, Ivana, and then
Have the happy-go-lucky men.
Revelers.
Is gonna go swimming.
Isaac, what'd you get?
10.
I got
Tox, what'd you get?
I got if I don't know what's going on.
We're rolling initiative because Justin sold y'all out by
Ravana.
accident.
A bunch of stuff was popping up on my computer.
Ravana
I got a
one.
solid 9.
What's your dexterity, Ravana, as well?
My dexterity. Hold on
Yeah,
a sec.
add your dex to it.
Extra 3.
Okay, so the total is 3. Or are you saying your dexterity modifier is 3?
Modifier is 3, but overall 16.
He has a modifier of
Okay.
3.
So, okay. Bismuth is a 14. And Revelers get a 10. 10.
I hope I did. Okay, no. I thought for a second I heard you just say a plus 10, and I was about to cry. Oh, but like, well, I'm gonna go to
Bismuth,
bed.
as that happens, they pull out a weapon and get ready to, seems like to maybe assault you or something. What would you like to do? What would
Who's
you like?
closest to me?
Let's say you are pretty close to all 4 of them in almost equal measure.
Alright. I want to cast blindness on the vampire.
Okay, the Dampier, you will cast blindness. What is the save on that? I think he succeeds regardless. He rolled a natural 16. So, you go and you attempt to cast the spell on him, and you can see with some level of deftness, he kind of like dives out of the way and then shakes off the magical effect that's on him as he kind of like flicks his head to the side, resisting the deafening or blinding effect that you're imposing on him. Anything else? Would you like to move? You're basically about 10 feet away from them. I'd say you're 5 feet away from them at this point. So you were pretty close to them at that point.
Homie was really going to that Feast of the King.
Yeah, you were straight up going to the Feast of the King. If that will end your turn, it will be the Reveler's turn. Isaac, what's your dexterity, actually?
2 or 14.
Okay, it's a tie. Roll a d20 for me.
Let's
Who
go,
gets to
baby.
first? Probably you. Yeah.
19.
I rolled that too. You get to go first.
So
You're about 30
it
feet
does.
away.
I'm 30 feet away.
You're about 30 feet away, yes.
You see, I really didn't want to hurt these people. Does
They
it seem
haven't
like?
done this.
Does it seem like we're past the point of negotiations?
What's your insight score? Like what was your insight modifier?
Based off of wisdom.
2.
So, it's a passive insight of 12. You get the sense they are hostile to you, assuming the worst. But that doesn't necessarily, since nothing, like a spell that to blind one of them has been cast, but that's not necessarily intrinsically harmful to them. It might have been just a self-defensive reaction. You think you might be able to talk to them with your action?
Okay, I'll do that.
But it's probably you talk like you use your action to try to persuade them that to like hold off, or they will probably attack because you are doing this like the moment they're rearing up ready to smack around.
Yeah, I'll just try to talk them down for now.
What do you say?
I'll say, whoa, no need to get hasty. Why don't you start with explaining to us what exactly this Feast of the King is and, what king you're talking about? We might be interested in joining you.
Okay, roll a persuasion check for me, please. I would have given disadvantage, but you have appealed to their particular subject.
Oh
Wow.
my
The
goodness.
save.
The dice really be out here today.
They turn and they see, like, they look at you, and they sense, whether it's there or not, they sense a genuine desire, at least, to not escalate the situation. So on their turn, all four of them are going to kind of like, what they'll do is they will gather around Bismuth, and they're just going to kind of like be near him with a ready action to attack, but they do not do anything on their turn. They say, "Oh yeah, put down your weapons and maybe we could talk about this, but this isn't right. We shouldn't be doing this." And then the Dampier will look over and says, "Yes, please. We don't need to be speaking in this way to one another. If you wish to see more of our Lord and learn about this, then yes, we can do this. But you all have come with subterfuge, and this is a reasonable response to protect ourselves."
Okay.
Talk show.
How about all of us put our weapons in their scabbards and leave them on our bodies? Because I don't trust all of you well-armed men surrounding me.
You can make another persuasion check to see if they'll put their weapons down as well. This one will be disadvantaged because this is a hard thing to ask for them at this point. if you would want to.
Oh. The dice give
How
and the
about this?
dice take it away.
You put your weapons away, and we don't escalate this any further. There will be no putting away of weapons we have here. And they all go, yeah. You get the sense now they are ushered back into the realm they were 5 seconds away, that if you guys don't put your weapons away, they will go back and try to attack. They've been pushed back to the brink of getting ready to strike. Unless you meet their demands or show that you're willing to do it. What would you like to do, Tox? You still have your movement and bonus action.
Oh yeah, no, I sheathe my sword. I walk 30 feet away from the entire group, and I take out a bow and ready an arrow.
So you look
Yeah,
at them, you just like
sheathe my weapon.
Put your weapon away, and you start turning around and walking away.
I turn around and I walk away.
One of them is going to try to reach and grab you. They're going to try to grapple you with a. They're going to change their reaction and try to grab you instead. Which I don't think that's going to beat your dexterity acrobatics, likely. Well,
11.
it just does. It just beats it with a 12. So, they grab you. Actually, you turn around and
Hey,
like,
yeah, my sword is redrawn.
Okay, so it's just fine.
Yeah, I sheathe my sword and turn to walk away, and they grab me, and I immediately pull my sword.
I'll say they'll take your bonus action at that point now. Action persuasion, try attempted move, and you're like, fine. Free action, I was throwing it
bonus
now.
action disengage. He doesn't get to grab me. Sorry, Bucko.
Actually, never mind. Then
yeah,
bonus action
he tries to grab me. I
like,
slap his hand away, and as I'm backing away, I pull my bow out. And I say,
then,
you guys
you've used your free action to probably stow your weapon, or you never had your weapon out.
See, I probably never had my sword out. I would have drawn my bow.
So then you move over there, and then you pull out your bow. Got it. Very, very fair.
I go. Y'all were aggressive first. Sorry.
All right, Paradox, your turn. What would you like to do?
They're about 30 feet away.
Yep, from you.
I'm gonna make it very obvious. I can't unclip my belt because I'm like, sorry, these I don't want to lose. These are really hard to find here. I was like, but this I feel like is much more of an issue, and I hold up my fire hand, and I'm going to very obviously drop it on the ground. Drop it on the ground, and I'm going to walk towards them. I was just like, we got off on the wrong foot. Hi, I'm Pana, and I'm going to reach my hand out for like a handshake, and just like be like, I really would prefer if we could just talk this out before anything gets out of hand. I apologize.
What is your persuasion bonus?
My persuasion bonus is a +4.
Okay, so 14. They don't seem very convinced by you when you start moving up to them. And one of them just very trepidatiously like, stay where you are.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Not a problem. I was like, my gun's on the ground. I really can't do anything at this point in time.
I don't trust you all.
That's valid, considering we did just meet.
You all
but
stay
I did
here. We will go our ways, and we will have no more to deal with one another.
Sounds like a plan.
And that's what he says. Ravana, it's your turn. What would you like to do? You're in chin mode. Braden? Braden?
Can
you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, I go.
Alright, I actually hit the mute button.
Gotcha.
So am I still on the guy's shoulder, correct?
You are chinning up there, yep.
Can I try, and this is gonna be a weird one. Can I go ahead and do a, not, what word we're looking for? I can't think of the word. But I'm going to try the whole Puss in Boots eyes on one of them to try to get them, like me.
You could also just get off his shoulder. They're leaving.
Okay. I'm blanking out on the word I'm looking for. I don't.
Okay, you're gonna try to. Okay, roll a performance check for me with Chichilla's charisma, which I'm gonna say is at least a 10, so just a 10.
Performance?
No, actually, no, it's your charisma. Whatever your charisma is. Yeah.
Charisma is 14.
Yeah. So roll a performance check for me.
Did it roll?
17.
He looks
Oh.
over. He's like,
Oh.
"This thing is stinking adorable. I gotta take this for me." And then the other one's like, "You can't be taking the animals of the mountains." Like, no, I gotta take this one for me. And he just kind of takes you and he just cuddles you in the side, and he starts to walk off, getting ready to leave with you.
The word I was looking for was seduce, but like in a cute way.
Yeah, no, you have very much so convinced him that now he needs this pet.
As soon, do I see this happening?
Kind of, yeah.
As a free action, I'm just gonna immediately telepath like awaken mind to Braid. I'm like, what are you doing, Ravana? They are literally splitting up from us. You're just gonna go with them, and then we can't get to you.
But I'm adorable.
But you are literally gonna be surrounded by 4 people that you do not know, one of which apparently is a Dampier, who could probably kill you in your sleep.
Bismuth, what would you like to do? These guys are now slowly backing off, leaving you.
Can I roll for persuasion and act like I've never met Isaac and them before in my life?
Oh, okay. Roll a deception check.
What is happening?
With a 5, they are very much so not convinced. And now they view you as an antagonist to some degree. That
Wow.
if they were to strike out, they would take you out.
If I'm going out, I'm taking Ravana with me.
Wow.
Okay. Anything else you want to do?
No, I'm just gonna walk back towards Isaac and then rejoin the old cavalry.
Isaac, it's your turn. You're the last line of defense. If you want to try to persuade them, or you can let them leave and have nothing else bad come of it.
Real quick, Ravana, why would you do that? Why would you try to endear yourselves to them as an animal?
Because here's the thing: you take one hit, chinchillas go,
Are
and
you
then you're just
saying
surrounded.
Because that's funny if you are. If you literally say out loud, Ravana, why?
As if I didn't already.
I don't know if
yell it in my-
Isaac can do this, but I'm imagining him just like taking the obsidian on his arm and like shifting some of it to his face to cover his mouth, and then like turning around and ranting to himself real quick.
He just makes a little muffler.
Yeah, that's perfect. He's just like, hold on. Yeah, for sure.
That's hilarious.
Oh man, I love it. He's the perfect amount of chaos.
We love that so much.
I need chaos in my life.
We love Isaac so much.
I love all of this chaos, and I live for it. So, all right. Would you like to do anything though?
He turns around and he's like, "We're gonna need that chinchilla back."
No, man, that's my chinchilla. It came up to me. We were singing a song and it came up to me.
Technically, the
I think
chinchilla-
that's magic.
Technically, the
I think
chinchilla
that's
is a
magic
she.
voice.
Just wanted to put it
Oh.
out there.
He like grabs
Right.
chinchilla, flips it upside down, looks at it. Oh, flips it back. Yeah, you're right.
Let the chinchilla
She-
go, Isaac. We can
I
get a
would-
new one.
I would know because that's my chinchilla. Please.
Oh, what are you talking? You take this chinchilla as a traitor too? No, you know what? You're trying to steal this from me. They're trying to steal the chinchilla.
Is he still
No.
holding me?
Yeah.
Can I just like transform back to
Oh!
Ravana? And can I like put
On
my
your turn-
arm,
Wait,
put my
on
arm
your-
around him on
on
my
your
turn?
On your turn, you can.
Your turn
But-
is literally so far.
If you don't do anything else, Isaac, then it's gonna be their turn.
Or
They-
I'm trying to explain to them
Please,
that the
that's-
chinchilla is not actually a chinchilla, and that eventually they're going to find themselves with a woman who's a little bit more trouble than she's worth on their hands.
So roll a persuasion check to some degree with disadvantage because of how much you guys have kind of finagled with them.
Oh my gosh.
They are very unconvinced, and they begin to slowly back away with chinchilla and arm as they move away. Alex, are you gonna do anything? Yes or no? You're gonna let them go passively. They seem to be leaving very cautiously. basically used all of their action to move away. Actually, I'd say, yeah, they moved all their action to move away. Cox, John, no, yes, no, maybe so. Oh,
It was nice meeting you. Bye, Ravana. And I stow the boat. And I turn to the group and I go, which direction are we traveling in now?
Parnox, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna mentally tell Ravana, I was like, Ravana, you have one chance to leave, or do you want me to forcibly try to transform you?
I got this. Just trust me. I'm gonna give them the biggest show of their life.
Please,
All right.
I'm letting you know, if we don't see you, these mountains get kind of confusing, so we may not just find you, so good luck. And I'm just
So
gonna...
Ravana's about 60 feet away. They're about 60 feet away from you. They're very hastily moving and dashing, like get away from you guys.
Yeah. I'm gonna again just kind of put my hands back. Are they like turned their back towards us, or at least far enough away where if I did
they're
something they
looking
wouldn't
at
see
you
us?
guys.
Okay.
Nope,
So
they're looking at you.
I'm gonna turn my back behind them so that way they can't see my hands in front of me. I just kind of gesture my hand to from the gun that was on the ground. I'm gonna use my action to basically create the pack weapon back into my hand.
Oh no.
And just,
Okay, yeah.
and just kind of like
You
put
basically
it,
turn around and subtly just.
yeah, just kind of, and like it's back, and then I kind of just hold it against my chest. I don't want to holster it because they'll notice I'm holstering something that was supposed to be on the ground. But I'm just kind of like waiting, and I walk backwards.
Okay. All right. Ravana, what are you gonna do? I'm very curious.
I have one or two options right now. Either
I'm begging.
be the
you,
ultimate
please.
trickster, shapes you back into Ravana, and kind of like have like arms around him, like, "Hey, what's up?"
I don't think they'll
But that-
do that. I'm gonna be real.
Or-
They'll be like, "Oh, whoa, kill it."
Or I can scare the bejesus out of them. That little chinchilla can revert to a dire
Or
wolf.
you could also just try to escape as a chinchilla. Like chinchillas are pretty wiry. I feel like they can kind of wiggle around. You could also
Oh my
attempt
goodness,
that.
yeah. Just bite. Just give them a bite.
It does not
If they-
have
if
to.
they don't-
It does not have to be fear/death. You could also just escape.
So there is something about chinchillas that's very interesting. There is a very specific way you have to hold them, otherwise they can get out of your hand all the time. I don't know if this guy is trained in chinchilla
I
holding.
don't think he's trained in
So,
chinchilla holding.
I'm going to attempt to escape with chinchilla, just like
Okay,
slippery
roll
little
for me just a d20 plus 2.
deep 20 plus 2. Okay.
I think
Where-
you might be able to get out of that. Just a flat dexterity check, basically, for this chinchilla.
17.
Okay. Yeah, he was caught very off guard. He wasn't holding you by the base of your tail, and so you just squeak your way out. You leave a little bit of fur behind. You just on the ground, and just what do you run off?
Oh, yeah, I'm running straight back to the party.
Okay, so you start sprinting back towards the party. He's like, "No, chinchilla." As you're going away, yeah, he's going to try to grab you. Make another dexterity check.
All right.
As a reaction, he's gonna just yoink.
Oh,
Oh
that's
my
not
goodness.
that's not even plus 2. That's
Okay.
just d20, so 18.
No, it's d20 plus 2.
Yeah, so it's
Same thing?
16. So it's
Oh, it
16.
is?
So I rolled a 16 plus 2 as well, but so the defender wins in this case. So, Brayden, you are still ungrabbed.
Ooh,
So you sneak
baby.
your way back towards the party, past the groups of these people. They kind of look disheveled, and they turn around, getting ready to kind of run away. Does anyone else do anything?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Wait.
Okay. Then they leave you guys behind without really ever getting into the combat fighting. They
Woo.
look very frustrated for a bit, and then after a while, you do not see them as they disappear into the Ash Peak Mountains.
Is there anything at that table that they were at, or
A table.
were they at a
Oh,
table?
they just had.
Oh, they were
just
just vibing around.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
okay.
they're vibing.
All right. I was like, okay, can shall we continue? I looked to Ravana
As
and then
soon As soon as we get back on the road, this is about to be the most that y'all ever hear Isaac speak in one sitting, as he just goes off on them like, what the hell were you two thinking?
I think we were gonna go to the Feast of the King.
I want to go to the Mr. King. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, Dad.
I honestly I thought it was gonna be funny, but turns out it wasn't.
Bismuth, roll for me a religion check on the term Ember Lord.
Alrighty.
Oh.
True, he did hear something about that. Let's go, baby.
You have heard that term before, but it's just not. You can't put your finger to it. You don't know what it's exactly in relation to.
Oh, you'd be so mean to me if you made me know this out of character.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway,
Oh.
you guys don't know what that is.
No, I definitely don't know what that is at all.
Hey, sorry to cut this guy short.
Yeah.
I actually have to go. I
I
have
get you.
11:30. I have to be up at 4:30.
Oh, I understand.
buddy.
I understand. Well, you
Yeah.
have a great night. We're probably gonna do one more of these rolls, and then we'll probably call it a night anyway. So,
All right. Have a good night, guys.
Ooh, buddy.
would you like
you
to roll
too.
the last D100?
He was the one that rolled it first,
Oh.
actually, so.
Okay, someone else roll a D100 then.
I'll do it.
Now it's just like Isaac, considering you got to yell at everybody in character.
48.
Nice. Is it what I think it is
Okay.
again? 'Cause it'd be
After you
hilarious
guys
if it is.
rest for a good day, so you guys get a long rest and are able to recoup yourselves after the end of the day.
Oh, did I just close out my...
You guys eventually end up kind of going forward a little bit farther into your trip. And as you guys are coming near to the end of the day, the second day, fearing that there's going to be some form of, smoke monstrosity over the distance that's going to destroy your, attack you or try to cause some difficulties, you guys are able to avoid a lot of it. You can see off in the distance sometimes when you hit the pinnacle of the mountains. You can see what looks like at first it looks like a large cloud, like almost like how like fog clouds roll over like the mountains and stuff. It looks like that, but just like this dark storm cloud almost. And those are probably the things that are like the monstrous black beast smoke clouds that have been terrorizing many
Mm-hmm.
people who have been going by, and you guys have interacted with one of them. It wasn't fun.
It was a great
So-
time. It was my favorite.
No, yeah, it's fantastic. So, you guys end up taking some time and looking around, surveying the land, looking for a good place, and you see what looks like a group of about 4 humans sitting by a campfire, and they seem to be on their way to some form of nearby city or settlement. It looks like they have what looks like small little rations and provisions, maybe on some form of pilgrimage. But yeah, you see about four people just sitting around campfire.
I kind of go up to them. I was just like, "Hello, how are y'all
Oh, so you go
faring?"
down.
Huh?
Okay, so you go down to them and say,
Yeah.
"Hello, how you
I was like,
faring?"
"How are y'all
They
faring
kind
in
of
the Blacklands here?"
They look up at you and you say, "Oh yes, some more pilgrims towards the king's place. How you all doing? Take a seat."
I take a seat. You said king. What? King?
Hi, you remember in the dreams the Amber Lord calls to us this feast in the Whisper Vale Woods?
Now
we have a whole
that
fucking-
he said Amber, can I make a religion check on this? Since this is now I've heard it.
Sure.